Wednesday.
Yeah, I don't think Ben's injury is serious by any means. I mean, if they had to have played for a win tonight, I think he certainly would have been out there, and it's nice that he can
Field position, but not a bad return by Carter, starting deep at his own 6 once he fielded that ball on a short hop. So Maroons will have, I got to be specific, Clinton will have the football, 1st and 10 at their own about 18-yard lines where they spot it to start this ball game. And we'll send it over here to Cameron and then have the first play from line of scrimmage.
I'd just like to say real quick, Larry, I think we will see Clinton air it out a little bit here to open the game and try to loosen up Robinson on defense.
Nate Sams has him up to the line of scrimmage. Split backfield, takes the head off the first man. He'll take it up the field across the 20 to about the 25-yard line. And here's a flag thrown. That might come up against the Maroons. It's thrown back in the area where he broke through that hole near the line of scrimmage. Thrown after the tackle was made. Now he throws that flag closer up to the 21-yard line as he replaces it, and it's a holding call against the Maroons. So a good first down play that netted about 7 yards is going to be nullified, and that's not the way you want to start things out. It looked like a good opening play for the Maroons on that option. Sams ran it like he has so many times for some good yardage, but it's going to come back. The flag spotted about the 21-yard line. We'll see what Robinson wants to do. Obviously, they'll push the Maroons back closer to their own goal line. It'll go from the 21 back to about the 11-yard line, we would assume, and that's where the official is headed with the football. So on the penalty, it's a loss of about 7 yards, almost 8. The Maroons will have first down and 17 now from just outside their own 10-yard line. 2 wide receivers to the right side. Sams back to pass. Has time. Fires it out here, but it's short, incomplete, intended for Carter. He undershot his man. It drops incomplete. 2nd down and 17 coming up.
Yeah, I think right there we saw where Clinton's going to try to spread the field out here a little bit, get Robinson back on his heels. Nate rolls out a little bit to the right. He had a man open. It would have taken a good pass to get it to him. But I think we've seen what Clinton's going to try to show us here, at least for a couple series early on.
See if the Maroons can work out some. I imagine they've got some early game jitters here. We're just not even quite a minute into the ball game, only about 40 seconds into the contest. No score. Clinton has the football first. Took the opening kickoff, but we've had a penalty, so we're 2nd and 17. He'll run it again. Sams on the option. He's met near the line of scrimmage, but gets it forward to about the 14-yard line as he's ridden hard to the turf. And a gain of about 3 yards, it appears, on the play for the Maroons. They had a little bit of an opening for him that time, but he only got about 3 yards. So out to the 14-yard line. It's 3rd and 14 now coming up for the Maroons, and we'll see if they want to put it in the air once more.
Good pursuit on Robinson's part on the defense. It looks like they might possibly be putting a linebacker to shadow Sams. That guy right there totally went exactly where Nate did, so he might be shadowing him.
Ben Nichols is in there. He is in uniform. He's on the field right now. Sams might look for him here. Fires it over the middle. Behind his intended receiver, off the hand of a Robinson player, and goes incomplete. Hit the hand of Jim Pat Odell, but hit the turf incomplete, and the Maroons come up empty on their first series on offense. A couple of pass attempts by Sams, but he was off the mark short on the first one, and that one was behind his intended receiver, and would have been short of a first down if it had been caught and tackled immediately at that point, too, out about the 25-yard line, I believe, although it would have been close. And Nichols will drop back to punt. He's standing at about his own 2 or 3-yard line. 2 deep men back here for Robinson. Near the 40-yard line of the Maroons, they're looking to get good field position. Nichols has the snap, not too much pressure, gets a good boot away, but the wind's going to knock it down and knock it down severely, and they're going to get good field position. A good quick tackle by the Maroons on the play as Meyer was there to grab him down low, but the return made by David Bonnell is returned to about the 30-yard line, and Robinson's going to have great field position just outside the 30, 1st and 10. Maroons covered it well, but the wind did play a factor. You mentioned the fact they were going into the wind a little bit on their opening drive. Here comes the no-huddle offense now, we imagine, for Robinson. We've talked about this. We've read about it this week. And they will not waste any time as they get up to the line of scrimmage. Their quarterback is Ryan Bryant. He'll hand it off on first down, and the Maroons cover it pretty well. A couple-yard gain on the play. Jake Baxter was the ball carrier. Baxter is 6'1", 200 pounds, and a senior. He got almost 3 yards on the play, down to the 28-yard line, and they're up to the line of scrimmage again in a hurry. Ryan Bryant, the quarterback, he stands in at about 6 feet tall, 160, and he is a junior, taking his time, looking over to the bench and getting the sign just now, even though they're up to the line of scrimmage. One wide receiver is to the right side. Looks like the wishbone. We heard that's what they like to run out of offensively. So 3 backs in the backfield, including Baxter, the up man. He does not get the call this time. They'll try the left side of the line, and tumbling forward for a couple of more yards inside the 25, maybe to the 24-yard line, is Jim Pat Odell. They'll be about 3 yards short of a first down. Nothing surprising so far out of Robinson.
Yeah, just a little misdirection there by Odell as he went over the left guard, and then Clinton defended it pretty well. 3rd down here.
Bryant up to the line quickly. He'll hand it off again. They'll try the middle, first down yardage, and inside the 20 down to about the 18-yard line. And Nathan Fiskus, the ball carrier this time, he's 5'10", 160 pounds, and a senior. Punches it straight forward on the strong run inside the 20 down to the 18-yard line. They'll move the first down markers up. First and 10 for Robinson at the Clinton 18-yard line. No score. Robinson's first possession. They started at the 30, 31-yard line. He comes out from under center now. Ryan Bryant looks to the sideline. Apparently has the play. Calls out the signals at the line of scrimmage. Everybody's tight on the line with the wishbone behind him. Has the football. Will give to the first man. Tries the right side. And only a yard or two as the Maroons stay on top of that one pretty quickly. Helton was there around the ankles. Had help on the play from Meyer. And also Scott. Baxter, the ball carrier, got 2 yards. 2nd and 8. Boy, they keep us moving here, don't they?
Yeah, they do. But I think it helped to play St. Teresa this year because of their quarterback Hunt with a good fake there. So that helps Clinton in this situation.
Try the left side, a couple more yards, but not a whole lot for Jim Pat Odell this time. Odell gets it down inside the 15 to maybe the 13 or 12. We'll see what kind of forward progress they give him. He might have got 4 or 5 yards. It's 3rd down and about 4 coming up for Robinson. They are in 4-down territory, however. They're near the Maroons' 12, maybe the 13-yard line. About the 12-yard line, it looks like. Bryan again has him up to the line. He'll go to the right side, hands it off. There's an opening, and the safety has to make the tackle on the play. Ijems combines with Adam Long to chop him down, but it's inside the 5, and first and goal coming up for Robinson as Nathan Fiskus plows through a good hole and gets it all the way down inside the 5-yard line. They'll spot it at the 4-yard line. Robinson very much in control here. Starting from their own 30, they're down to the 4-yard line. First and goal from the 4.
Yeah, their wishbone looks like it's everything it was talked about. They just run right between the tackles and do a good job of it.
Bryant will hand it off again. They'll try the middle, and not much there this time. The Maroons close it down. Parsons there. Scott's there. Who else is on the bottom of that pile? I believe Wantland was there on that particular play. And a couple of yards are down to the 1-yard line, though. They got about 3, as a matter of fact. It's 2nd and goal from the 1. Nothing fancy here out of Robinson. Bryant again will hand it off. Opening right side. Touchdown, Robinson. They take a quick lead in this ball game as Jim Pat Odell trots into the end zone, untouched for the touchdown. It'll be a 1-yard touchdown run for Odell. And a quick 6-0 lead for Robinson. The score comes at the 7:58 mark. 7:58 to go in the first quarter of play.
Yeah, Robinson looks like they're going to no huddle and try to get 2 here, too. So they're going to go with it the whole game.
And they'll go for the 2. He's going to try to get outside, caught from behind, and dropped. That was Josh Carter that came up and grabbed him around ankles and dropped him way back out at the 5-yard line. So they only get the 6 points on the touchdown. 7:58 to go in our first quarter play. We'll take a break. It's 6-0 in favor of Robinson. Their kickoff coming to the Maroons in just a moment. 6-0 in favor of Robinson. They had a very short drive. They got the ball in great field position at the 30, and they were able to move it in for the score on the 1-yard run. Here's their kickoff to the Maroons. High end over end kick. Bounces off Helton's hands. Carter will field it. He picks it up. Here comes the Robinson defense down to cover it pretty quickly, and he had nowhere to go. He'll be stopped at about the 18-yard line. Helton reached up above his head but couldn't field it cleanly, and then Carter had to knock it down and finally pick it up off the turf. So the Maroons again will start pretty deep on this possession.
Yeah, obviously the holding penalty hurt Clinton the last series, and they had to do some things maybe they didn't normally want to do. So let's see. It'd be nice for them to get a couple first downs here, get a good drive going, and maybe they can just erase the 6-point deficit here.
Maroons defense didn't really give up any real big runs on that opening drive, but it was just one nice drive, or not one nice run after another of 3, 4, 5 yards at a time, and moved it right in for the score. Here's Clinton, a short pass over the middle. It's knocked down by one of the linebackers, incomplete. It was intended for Nichols over the middle, but jumping up high and getting a hand on it and knocking it down was Brent Schrei. He's 6'3", got some good size, 210, and a junior, and he slapped that one right down like a basketball player rejecting a shot.
Yeah, I guess that's why they got those tall linebackers in there, because that helps their pass defense considerably. I mean, Nate usually has no problem getting that ball over the middle, and that time Schrei just got a hand up and knocked it down. 2nd down here.
Nichols and Carter go wide to the right side. One lone back is Parson in the backfield with Herzog in the slot on the left side. And Parsons got a big hole up the middle. First down. He's across the 40, 45, and down at midfield, or near midfield, at about the 46-yard line, we'll call it. A good run from near the 18-yard line all the way out to the 44-yard line. The Maroons have their first down of the ball game on a terrific run. And what a gaping hole that offensive line gave Matt Parson on that run of about, 26 yards you're calling it?
Yeah, 26 yards. Nice, just a little hit right off the right guard, and I think the Robinsons may be back on their heels. I mean, Clinton had to throw a couple incomplete passes maybe, but Matt Parson had a hole you could have drove a truck through. So maybe Clinton will stick to the ground here a little more if they think they can move it that way.
Nichols is wide to the right side. They'll option left. Little opening for Sands. He's across midfield. Gets by another man. He might be allowed to run the ball. 30, 35. He's going to go all the way. We're tied up at 6. Nate 6, and the Clinton crowd right in front of us is going bananas. All right, Nate, that looked like a Sullivan game type touchdown. I mean, it was just a nice opening on the option left, and he was able to outrun their defensive secondary.
Yeah, untouched. Nate Sams just took it around the left corner. Exactly. Remind me exactly of the Sullivan run, almost from the same spot on the field. And now that Robinson's missed their two-point conversion, if Jeremy Hinton can get the kick here, I think the momentum has definitely swung Clinton's way.
Hinton's out there to try to boot it through the uprights. Placement's down. Kick is on the way. It's definitely got the distance, and it has stayed through there. It's good. And Clinton has the lead. 6:36 to go, and this is very similar to other games earlier in the year where they've given up an opening touchdown, but Clinton has come back and answered. We'll take a break here. About halfway through the first quarter play, Clinton leads Robinson 7-6. A 54-yard run by Nate Sams, the sophomore quarterback for the Maroons, and a kick good by Jeremy Hinton has given Clinton a 7-6 lead. Still 6.5 minutes to go in the first quarter of play. Carl Courts is on to kick it off for the Maroons into a bit of a wind. Low line drive kick that will bounce a couple of times. No one wants it yet. Now they finally field it at the 23-yard line. Maroons need to cover it here. They got some blocking out front. Right up the middle. They're going to answer it right back. He's across the 30, 25, 20, 15, 5. Touchdown, Robinson. No flags on the play. A return from the 23-yard line all the way back for Robinson. They regained the lead. The hesitation worked out well, and Jim Pat Odell answers with that return of about 77 yards. And just like that, the Maroons' lead has disappeared into a deficit now. It's 12-7 in favor of Robinson.
Yeah, one thing I noticed, very disciplined by Robinson that time. There was a low line drive kick, which is about all Courts could do, is they let Odell get the ball. A couple people could have picked it up, but they let it roll back to Odell, let the coverage, let the blocking set up, and then they were able to just bust a hole up the middle. A lot of teams might be tempted, if you see the ball roll slowly by you, to pick it up, but they let Odell get it. So obviously their special teams knew what it was doing, and just nice discipline by the Robinson team.
Odell's second touchdown of the ball game. This one on the kickoff return. Out of the wishbone, they'll go for 2. On the conversion attempt, they took their time. Now they're up there. Option run by the quarterback's got an opening, and he skates it in there, and they've got the 2. Ryan Bryant is able to punch it in the right side. And now the lead is 14-7 in favor of Robinson. It took them only 12 seconds to answer Nate Sams' 54-yard touchdown run. But right now, the Clinton Maroons know that they can put some points on the board. So even though they're back down by a touchdown again, this could be a high-scoring game tonight, they know they can put some points on the board. We'll be back with Robinson's kickoff in just a moment. Josh Carter on the return for the Clinton Maroons, and a much better return this time for Clinton. They're able to get it out to the 29-yard line, almost the 30. So instead of starting at our own 18-yard line or so, like we've started the last 2 possessions, Clinton will start at about the 29, 1st and 10.
Yeah, the difference there was that Clinton was able to field that kick in the air, and then Carter got a running head start and got to go hard into the line and had a good run back.
Robinson leads by a touchdown, 14-7. Here's the first down play. They'll run it up the middle and just a couple of yards by Parson as he gets it from the 29 across the 30 and out to about the 32-yard line. A gain of about 3. Second down and 7. Hi, Mike. How you doing tonight? Mike Clark, the athletic director. Looks like he's finally getting a chance to relax a little bit. I imagine he's been kind of a busy guy preparing for this ball game. But now he's enjoying one of those delicious sandwiches up here in the press box. I had one a little bit earlier. It was very good. Second and a long 7 for the Maroons at about the 32-yard line. Sands back to pass, rolling out right. Has time, throws, but led Ben Nichols a little too much and throws it out of bounds, incomplete. Ben apparently not close enough to that sideline to reach out and grab that one around the 35-yard line.
Yeah, Clinton showed a trips right formation there, and usually when they're in that, they've been passing this season. And again, yeah, Nichols was there, and the throw just led him a little too much, and it puts Clinton in a 3rd and long situation.
See what the Maroons come up with here. Trailing by a touchdown, 14-7 in favor of Robinson. We just can't say the Maroons here tonight. Both teams nicknamed the Maroons. 2 wide receivers to the left side, Nichols along with Herzog. And Sam's rolling out a little bit. Now he looks back the other way, fires it right over the middle. Helton has to catch it midfield, hangs on to it, and goes down at the 45 of Robinson. He had a man on on his back and still made the catch as Justin Stone defensively for Robinson was on his back and had a hand on the football, it almost looked like, when it arrived. But what a terrific catch by the Maroons' other tight end besides Nichols. The other Ben Helton, a great catch at midfield. First down, Clinton.
Let's give the offensive line for Clinton a little credit there. Robinson brought a lot of people, and Sam stood in the pocket, did a good job, and hit Helton over the middle.
That's got to help Sam's confidence, too. Here's a run up the middle. Parson with his head down, runs into the linebacker and pushes him back. A quick gain of about 7 yards on the play, and the Maroons right now hanging in there with Robinson, although they trail by a touchdown. Parson with a quick pop for 7. Second down and 3 coming up before he was put down on the play by the linebacker, Brett Shea, that is.
Larry, I think Clinton would like to slow the pace of this game down a little bit. I think they realize they're not a team that's going to light up, 50 points a game. They'd like to slow it down, get a nice long drive here, get their defense a little rest.
Wideouts both ways. They'll try the run, and Carter's going to go nowhere. He's caught and swung around and swarmed under by 4 players, but the main man leading the charge looked to be Bo Davis. He's a big guy, 6'3", 299, and a senior. You know the way the rumors fly around town, hey, I heard they've got 4 guys that weigh over 300 pounds. Well, no, that's not true, but they do have Bo Davis, who weighs 299. He's the closest thing they got to a 300-pounder, and that's close enough.
Yeah, and Bo's not just a big player. He plays both ways on Robinson, and they don't have too many people that do that, so he's obviously a quality player, and he could be a force tonight.
A loss of about 2 yards on the play, so it's 3rd and 5 for the Maroons. Parson will get the call again. Almost caught from behind. Puts his head down. I think he's about a yard short as he goes down. Now let's see, about the 36-yard line. See what kind of spot he gets. They'll spot it back at about the 36. And you know the Maroons will probably go for it. The fans thought he should have got a better spot in that, but that is where he hit the turf, at least the way it looked to me. 4th down and 1 coming up for Clinton, and no hesitation here. We're going for it.
Yeah, I think Clinton's shown that they can run the ball, especially Parson. Parson seems to be finding the holes. So I'd give it to Matt here. Maybe even Sam's with the sneak. There's a big hole over center right now.
And he drew him off sides. They jumped in the middle of their line. Jemiah Wimp came across the line of scrimmage, lined up in the middle, I believe it was. I don't know if I got the right number or not, but their man in the middle there jumped across the line. It might have been Chad Reinsmith. Automatic first down and a heady play by the sophomore quarterback.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the advantages you have when two teams that aren't familiar with each other. Clinton was trying that, and it worked for 4 weeks this season. Then it didn't work the rest of the season because teams knew it. But Robinson doesn't know Clinton, and that play a big first down for the Maroons.
31, 1st and 10. A keeper by Sams. Got a couple of yards and then goes down hard, but he stays with it, punches it down to about the 26-yard line. Probably a gain of about 5 yards on the play, and maybe almost 6. They're going to give him to the 25-yard line. So almost a 6-yard pickup. 2nd down and 4 coming up for the Maroons, and the drive is still alive for Clinton.
Yeah, Clinton's looked very efficient tonight moving the ball. With a couple of the holding penalties has been the only exception, which put them in a bad situation. Other than that, Clinton's looked like they can move the ball pretty much at will so far, knock on wood.
2nd and 4 for the Maroons. Sams will hand it off. Parson met at the line of scrimmage by the big guy. Got away from him a little bit. And might have got a yard out of it after all. Got a couple of yards down to about the 23-yard line. So the Maroons will have a 3rd down. And, well, they got the stick over there about 3 yards away. They spotted it back closer to the 24. 3rd down and 3 coming up. Enthusiastic crowd here. They were on their feet as they prepared for that 4th down and 1 play. And then the Maroons pulled the offsides, pulled them offsides, got the first down. The crowd very much in support here tonight in the wind-blown conditions.
Yeah, Tommy Meyer checking in on the offensive line for Clinton. So likely this could be a pass play. He's a good pass blocker.
Carter's out there wide to the left side along with Helm, but the Maroons will run, and Parsons going to be stopped short, and the Maroons will have another 4th down and short play coming up. A 4th and about 3 or maybe 2 coming up. They tried to surprise him by emptying out the backfield and having Carter out here with Helton wide to the left side. It's 4th down and 3 coming up for the Maroons. We're down to 2 minutes right now. 2 minutes to go in the first quarter play. It's 14-7 in favor of Robinson. Here comes Hammer in from the sideline with the play. Big call here, 4th and 3.
Yeah, I don't know if the offsides works here now, so you either go Sams up the middle, which Clinton likes to do. This might be a little too long, or option left, I think, would be another likely call. Let Sams run it down the line, decide to keep or pitch, let his athleticism take over.
Sam sets him down, has the football. He's rolling out left, looking to throw. Under some pressure. Under pressure throws. Parson makes the catch. Did he get the first down? No, it's knocked away, and it will be ruled an incomplete pass. He almost had the first down yardage, but he couldn't hang on to the football. As it turned out, it goes incomplete, and Robinson will take over. They still have their lead of 14-7, and now they have the football back with less than 2 minutes to go in the first quarter of play. Robinson will take over at their own about 23, almost 24-yard line, 1st and 10, and their offense over at the sideline right now. They wait to the last second to come out and start the plays.
Yeah, I think on that play right there, on that 4th down play, Robinson's right side of the defensive line got some push into the backfield, and I think Sam's probably had a run or pass option there, and when they pushed him back so far, he had to throw the ball.
On 1st down, they'll pitch and try to run. Got a little bit of an opening, And out for about 5 yards on the play. Did we have a flag on the play? I thought, yes, there is a flag on the play thrown over there. And this could come up against Robinson. Now they're blocking out front. We'll wait for a preliminary sign from the officials. They discuss it out there. And this may nullify this 5-yard gainer, so it is a clip against Robinson. A clipping penalty against Robinson will push them back then, nullify that 5-yard gain. We're down to 1 minute and 29 seconds to go here in the first quarter of play. What an entertaining first quarter we've had so far. Up and down the field we've gone. Robinson, after they stopped the Maroons on their opening possession, put together a 30-yard drive for a touchdown and some short runs. But then the Maroons came back on a 54-yard touchdown run by Nate Sams to take the lead 7-6. And then Robinson on the kickoff following that responded with a 77-yard return by Odell for his second touchdown of the game. And they got the 2-point conversion. So it's 14-7 in favor of Robinson here late in the first quarter of play. And Robinson, after the penalties, back to their own 14-yard line with first down and 20. And they try to run it right to the middle, and not too much there. Maroons surrounded very well at the 15-yard line. Maybe a gain of 2. 2nd and 18 coming up. And really, the defensive line has done a pretty good job holding their own against the Robinson offensive line. Haven't given up too many big holes in there.
Yeah, I noticed real quick, if you look, Clinton's got 3 people crammed up near the center of the ball. I think that's to take away the fullback, I would suspect. And I guess they want Robinson to try to go to the outside on him here. Because if you look, it looks like they got 3 nose guards out there.
Bryant has him up to the line, but now finally steps behind center and draws the Maroons offside. Somebody jumped along the line for the Maroons, so that'll get 5 of their yards back too. It'll be second down and more like 12 or 13 coming up. So we're even in that account. We got them once, they got us once. Fortunately, theirs was not for a first down. They'll still have a ways to go, and they won't waste any time. They're already up to the line of scrimmage. They'll send one man wide to the right side here, and that's Nathan Fiskus. And now just one lone back in the backfield. Fiskus jumped out here, and there's a flag. Good, they do throw it. Bryant wants to throw, fires it deep over the middle. He's got a man open down the sideline, but overshot him by 2 or 3 yards. It goes incomplete. Can we decline this then?
I would think they have to bring that ball back, and the referee should have blown the play dead immediately because he went into the neutral zone.
Right.
That should be that's. Clinton doesn't have a choice here. It's a legal procedure. Yeah.
I wondered because they let the play go, so I thought, well, maybe we will have an opportunity. But you're right. I didn't really think there should be. That did run some time off the clock, and we're down to 40 seconds to go in the first quarter play. Well, they are able to decline it. That's interesting, but we'll take it.
Yeah, that's fine with me. But I thought if it was a legal procedure and he moved into the neutral zone, that they had to automatically blow it dead.
They'll bring 2 wide receivers to the right side this time, and put another man in the slot. One lone back in the backfield. Bryant sets him down. It's a 3rd down and 13. He'll fire it out here in the right. Got a man. Oh, he dropped it in his hands and dropped, and he would have been off to the races. Adam Long was in the vicinity, I believe, or was it Chad Herzog, who was very close, but Nathan Fiskus couldn't hang on, and that was a pretty good thrown ball there by Bryant.
Yeah, Nathan Fiskus should have caught that ball. Actually, I'm not positive, Larry, but did they have trips on that play? And I think all they did was just flood the zone, and Clinton only had 2 defenders back there, and Fiskus found the gap, and the ball was well thrown, and to be honest with you, Fiskus should have caught that ball and still be running right now.
Look for them to come back to that later on if they get the opportunity. On 4th and 13, Bryant's up behind center right now, but the Maroons still expecting a punt. They've got 2 men deep out near midfield. Bryant's taking a lot of time. He steps behind center. Now he'll step away. Parson was right up there to the line to make sure if anything was going to happen, he was going to be in the vicinity. Here's the snap back to the punter. From near the 10-yard line, the kick is a low-line drive, and it's going to get over the head of the Maroons. Ijems and Herzog giving chase. Let it go in the end zone now. It's still bounding. It's still bounding. It'll go in the end zone. What a kick. Is that an 80-yard kick? That's an 80-yard punt. That's an 80-yard line drive punt that zoomed over the head of our deep man at about our own 45-yard line and just kept going and go. I wish I could have drives in golf like that, but they always stop. And it bounded all the way in the end zone for the touchback. Well, we got it. At first, it looked disastrous, but it turned out to be a break as it kept going into the end zone.
Well, clearly the wind will be a big factor tonight, but that's also a good punt. He spiraled the ball, kept it low, and just got it over their heads, and then on this hard ground that's with the colder weather, it's going to bounce pretty good, almost like turf.
We might stand a little deeper next time. Here's Carter with the run to the right side. Spun and knocked down after about a 3-yard gain, and that is probably going to be about the last play of this first quarter. The Maroons have about, Clinton that is, 10 seconds to try to get up to the line and run another play. We'll have second down and about 8, maybe 7 to go for a first down, but that's going to complete our first quarter of play. It's been an entertaining first quarter so far, and right now Robinson owns a touchdown lead over our Clinton Maroons. The score, Robinson 14, Clinton 7, second quarter coming up in just a moment. Playoff atmosphere here at Clinton High School, the first time ever in Clinton school history, and right now our Clinton Maroons down by a touchdown, but certainly playing with this Robinson football team. Nothing to be ashamed of the way Clinton has played in this first quarter of play after a bit of a slow start.
Yeah, really, you can't fault the defense for that first touchdown. Clinton just got pinned back, and then it was a tough punt by Ben Nichols, and Robinson had excellent field position. And a little breakdown on special teams, but Robinson hasn't broke a big run yet on offense, so I think that's something that Coach Nagel can build on for the Maroons defense.
And Clinton has in this ball game. Nothing going here, though, for Parson on 2nd and 7. He is swarmed under and maybe dropped for a loss on the play. 3rd and 8 will be coming up for the Maroons, almost 9. They're at their own 21-yard line, but now we have the wind to our back, and maybe that can help us a little bit like it appeared to help them just a little bit during the first quarter of the play.
Yeah, I got to think maybe some of Nate's problems, and, again, it wasn't real bad problems, but he was a little off on his passing. Could have been to the wind, so let's see if he maybe get a little better spiral on the ball here and find I'd like him to look for Ben Nichols right here. It'd be a good time. He's got single coverage out there to the wide left.
He's back to pass, looking over the middle, looking for Herzog all the way, and it's intercepted. Stepped right up and picked it off at about the 30-yard line. Now reverses field, 25-yard line. Lemmel makes an arm tackle on him, and then Parson finishes him off, but Robinson's going to have good field position on the pickoff by Jim Pat Odell. The problem there, Nate had his eye on Herzog all the way, and Odell was able to just step up from a safety spot, read that pass, and step in front of Herzog and pick it off and then return it for about 7 or 8 yards or so, maybe closer to 10 yards. He's dropped at the 23-yard line to spot it, and Robinson's got great field position, 1st and 10 there.
Yeah, I think Odell pretty much did read Nate's eyes that time, and Herzog, if he could have maybe put a little loft on it, Herzog had beaten his man, but Odell playing the safety, pretty much center field, saw it all the way and made a nice pickoff. Seems to be quite a football player for Robinson.
Out of the wishbone, Bryant will run. Now option pitch, right side. Parson comes up, grabs a hold of the man, gets some help on the play, and no gain on the play. It was Matt Parson who slowed him down and kept control of David Bonnell and prevented him from gaining very little, if any, yardage on the play. Got about 6 inches or so. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Yeah, Clinton did a wonderful job of stringing that play out. They got a lot of people over there quickly, and Bonnell had nowhere to go, and that's a nice play for Clinton's defense.
2 wide receivers to the left side, but they will run up the middle. A bit of an opening, but then shut down immediately. Not much opening at all, actually, as we saw the lineman out front trying to lead the way, but Jake Baxter, the ball carrier, was dumped after maybe a 2-yard gain or so. 3rd and a short 8 coming up now for Robinson, and the middle of that Maroons defense continuing to do a good job. They're near the 20-yard line, just outside the 20. Robinson is in Clinton territory with a 3rd and 8. Again, they'll try the run. Right side got an opening this time. 1st down yardage and more. Run out of bounds near the 8 or 9-yard line. And a 1st down for Fiskus and Robinson. They'll have 1st and goal. That one didn't develop real quickly, but certainly got enough for the 1st down. And they've got 1st and goal. Did they give them about the 8 or 9-yard line right now, we'll call it.
I like this combination of a wishbone and a no huddle. It's both of them are unusual to run, and to run them together really gives the defense a lot of things to think about. And obviously Robinson capitalizes on that with nice personnel and good execution. 3
backs, and they're all good ones for Robinson, and been all doing a good job so far in this ball game here tonight. Bryant will hand it up the middle and just a couple of yards as the Maroons stay home and cut it down after about a 1-yard gain. Odell was the ball carrier that time. Hammer up on the tackle for Clinton after maybe a 1-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 8-yard line for Robinson. Again, they still run the no huddle. They bring a new lineman into the ball game and run somebody out of there, out of the wishbone. Bryant has him up to the line in a hurry. On 2nd and goal from the 8. Bryant will hand it off again. A little bit of a hole left side, getting down to about the 5, maybe the 4-yard line. Again, I believe that was Odell who got the call. And yeah, it was Odell. He's just inside the 5, 3rd and goal from about the 4.5-yard line. Again, they all spring right up and get right back up to that line of scrimmage.
Yeah, again, Odell's shown to be a wonderful athlete for Robinson, and he'll be a force tonight. I think Clinton probably needs to focus on him maybe just a little bit more and try to bring him out of the offense.
Now one low back in the backfield. A couple of wings. They'll send one man in motion. They'll pitch it to him. A lot of blocking out front. He fumbled the football. Can the Maroons get to it? Good hustle by the Maroons. I believe Kyle Bourne. Did he get to the football? Kyle Bourne was in the vicinity. Did he get on top of it? They're struggling for the ball down there. And who will they give it to? Clinton! All right! Woo! Kyle Bourne comes up for the recovery. He was in a tug-of-war down there with Jim Pat Odell, who was the pitch man on that play and then couldn't pick it up cleanly, and Clinton's got the football.
Yeah, one of the disadvantages of running the no huddle is I guarantee you Jim Pat Odell was tired on that play. He ran very lazily to the ball. First of all, it was lazy on the pitch, and then after he fumbled, he did not react quick at all, and Kyle Bourne was on it like a bullet. And great play by Kyle Bourne, and that could be a big momentum swing again for Clinton.
From their own 15-yard line where they'll take over. Option to the right side. Sams waits the last second pitches, puts it on the ground, and it's just picked up and run out of bounds by Carter. Carter did get a couple yards on the play as Sams waited to the last possible second, but his pitch was a little shaky. That's the first time I think I've seen him put the ball on the ground on a pitch like that. And he dropped it right in front of Carter. Fortunately, no defenders were there, and Carter picked it up and on one bounce and just went out of bounds with it as he had no chance to cut it upfield.
Yeah, smart play by Carter, too. It looked like he was prepared to just kick the ball, push it out, get it, whatever he had to do, get it out, but it bounced right into his hands. And just a heads-up play on Carter's part. Nate probably should have tucked that ball under and just taken the tackle right where he was. But Nate's programmed to go for the big play, and I like to see that in an athlete.
2nd and 8, trips to the left side, rolling out left to Sands, fires for one of the short man, overshot him and incomplete. It was intended for Nichols, and he threw it about 2 yards over his head. It goes incomplete out about the 20-yard line. So the Maroons faced again with another 3rd down and long, 3rd and 8 coming up for Clinton from their own 22-yard. I guess I called the line of scrimmage originally. No, that's right, 17-yard line. Originally it was the 15. They're out at the 17-yard line. Now we got it straight.
Yeah, Clinton's still showing that they're going to pass, and I think that's good. You know, I think Robinson has a good run defense, and they might be a little weaker at the corners, and you got to attack a team's weakness, even if it's not always your strength on offense. You got to try to take some chances, and I like Clinton's attitude here.
14-7, Robinson with the lead. Sams wanting to throw deep this time. Flares it out there and over the head of everybody. Intended for Herzog. And the defender on the play was really a little bit closer, David Bonnell, but it was over his head as he reached up high to try to pick it off. It goes incomplete out about the 30-yard line. And the Maroons will be forced to punt, but Nichols, if he's the man who will do the punting, and he's in there right now, should have the wind a bit to his back here. I don't know if he can pull off an 83-yarder to top what we saw out of Robinson a moment ago, but hopefully he can get off a good punt here.
Yeah, it looks like Robinson is wary of the wind, and they got their returners well back, so it'll take quite a boot for Nichols to get over their heads. But with the wind, you never know. And Ben's got a great leg on him.
Bonnell and Odell are the deep men. Here's Nichols getting the kick away. Gets a little bit of a boost from the wind, taken at the 45 of Robinson. They'll try to cut it outside. Good block out front. Another broken tackle, and they're to the 42-yard line. Ball's on the ground, and the Maroons have recovered another fumble, I believe. It sprung loose, and the Maroons, I think, have got another recovery, and it's Brad Earl who falls on top of this one.
Hey, the game Robinson lost this season, they were 6 turnovers, and they've already got, 2 tonight? So, this may be something. You need some breaks like this in a game like this, and Clinton's got it. Let's see if they can maybe quick hit Robinson here with a nice play.
I think Bonnell was the return man, and somebody was swinging him around out there and jarred the ball loose, and I'm sorry I didn't catch who it was. We'll see it on TV when we watch the replay. Here's Sams handing off Parson up the middle, breaks a couple of tackles and punches it out from the 40 to about the 43-yard line. A gain of almost 5 on the carry. Checking the time here. We're in the second quarter of play. We're down to 7:50, clock running to go before halftime. And Robinson's lead is still just a touchdown, 14-7 in favor of Clinton. That's where we were at the end of the first quarter play. Robinson had down to the 5, almost the 4-yard line, a 3rd and goal, but they fumbled the football, and now they fumbled it again on their punt return. So Clinton has it close out to midfield. From near the 42-yard line on 2nd and 6, it's Parson again putting his head down and going down after a gain of about a yard. He's short of the 45-yard line. So the Maroons will have a good 4 yards to go for a first down here in this 3rd down situation.
3rd and about 4, and they're on the right side of the field. It's been a tendency this year. Clinton likes to run the option left. They've already pulled it off a couple times tonight, but they've been successful too. So you might want to look for Nate breaking down the line of scrimmage here toward the Robinson sideline, see if he can make something happen.
Got a good mixture of passing and running by the Clinton Maroons in this ball game, though. What will they come up with here on 3rd and 4? They fake the handoff. Sams wants to throw. Going deep for Helton. Overshot him. He turned the wrong way, and he had to cut back the other way and didn't have a chance to catch that one out near the 35-yard line. And kind of a surprising call there. If unfortunately, if they had hooked up there, yeah, it would have been great. But one-on-one coverage that time, and Helton took one away from Justin Stone earlier in this ball game. But this time, well overshot in the pass. The Nichols is on to punt again.
Yeah, but again, I think Clinton's attacking Robinson's corners. I think they find it a weakness, and Helton was there, and a little miscommunication. I don't know if Helton turned the wrong way or if Nate threw it the wrong way. But I think the play was there, and a good pickup block by one of the linemen. I didn't catch who it was, but afforded Sams a couple extra seconds there of passing time. Good punt by Ben Nichols.
Yeah, good punt. It'll be taken and dropped at the 10, 8-yard line. They pick it up. Now watch out for the return here. Looks like the Maroons are going to cover it well. He goes down at about the 10 or 11-yard line this time after it was dropped on the ground initially by Odell. He didn't get the blocking this time. The Maroons covered it well. There was a host of them that were down there on that play, led by Jamie Queer and others. And just across the 10-yard line, we're going to turn out after that fumbled punt return by Robinson with a much better field position situation now for our Clinton Maroons.
Yeah, clearly the wind's a huge factor tonight, and special teams will be big, and it was good to see Ben get a nice punt there and pin Robinson in some bad territory. Let's see if Clinton's defense can make something happen here.
On 1st down and 10, Bryant will hand it off and fumble again, and Clinton's recovered another one, I believe. They had 4 shirts in the vicinity of that one, and on the far side of the field. A little hard to pick it up and see exactly who it was. It might have been Helton. I believe it was Ben Helton who recovered the football. Igins was there also, and they just had a lot of guys in the vicinity. Whoever made the jarring tackle up front sprung it loose, and you just said it. You just called it, buddy. 1st and 10 for the 15 now for our Clinton Maroons.
This is a critical offensive possession for Clinton here. But on the wishbone, you're going to put the ball on the ground sometimes. It's just one of the deals when you run a high option offense like that. And Clinton, hopefully, they can cash in on it right here.
And Sam's is going to use a timeout. We'll take timeout also. We're down to 6 minutes and 10 seconds to go in the second quarter of play. Clinton will have 1st and 10 at the Robinson 15. Robinson leads Clinton 14-7. Of action. The Maroons hitting hard. Clinton, that is. Maroons hitting hard and jarring the ball loose from this Robinson football team now. 3 times in this contest the ball is sprung loose. I guess the first time was actually on a bad pitch and the Maroons covered on a great play by Kyle Bourne to thwart a scoring effort by Robinson when they had a 3rd and goal from about the 4.5-yard line. But then they jarred the ball loose on a tackle on a punt return, and they jarred it loose again. Robinson starting from their own 10-yard line, so Clinton has it 1st and 10 at the 15 of Robinson. Need a touchdown to tie it back up. Parson will try the left side, puts his head down, stays on his feet, and gets it down to about the 12. It looked like he was going to go down short of the 15, or excuse me, short of the 10, but actually he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Excuse me, got the wrong yard line. He's down to about the 8, almost the 9-yard line, and the Maroons will have 2nd down at about 4.
That's a really nice play there. It's something we haven't seen from Clinton too often this season. Trips to the right and then give it back to the left side to a hard runner like Parson. And you know that Robinson's got their defense spread out. And then, you know, you spread him out on Matt Parson, and he's liable to find some holes and bust through some people.
Sam's making the handoff. We'll keep the football inside the 10. 5 going for the corner. Cut from behind, brought down at the 4, but it'll be a 1st down, it would appear, for the Maroons if they gave him the spot. Let's make sure they gave him the spot, but it should be 1st and goal for Clinton near the 4, maybe the 3.5-yard line. 1st and goal for Clinton. The Maroons with a touchdown would pull within 1 point, and an extra point would tie it up. We're down by 7 right now. Robinson leading 14-7. We're down to 5 minutes and 23 seconds to go in the first quarter of play. And the crowd here, Clinton, is on their feet now on 1st and goal from the 4. Sands under center. Has the football. Gives the Parson. Tries the left side. Trying to spin. Got it down to the 2. Maybe a little bit closer than that, but at least to the 2-yard line before he's bear hugged and drugged for the ground there.
I don't think it would be bad here for just 3 running plays right to Matt Parson. I think eventually he'd crack through this defense. Robinson's been known to make some decent goal line stands this season, but I think holding the ball in Clinton's hand right now is just as important as scoring the touchdown. Gives some defenders on the sideline there a little bit of a breather, and allows Clinton to get a little more control of the tempo here.
Parson, the lone back in the backfield, will get the call. Right side, puts his head down, and did he get in there? Touchdown Maroons! He squirted through there and got through there somehow. I didn't think he was going to make it. They made a hard charge defensively, Robinson did, but Parson punches it through, and we're back within 1 as Clinton has closed the gap on the 2-yard run by Parson to 14-13. Nothing fancy there, as you said. Just keep it on the ground and try to punch it in there and give it to your big guy, and he puts it in there.
Yeah, Clinton's shown that they can move the ball on the ground. I mean, to me it seems logical. I mean, I know we've been saying pass, but it also seems logical to hit Matt Parson when you got plus territory like they do. A great offensive series by Brian Knutson there.
Jeremy Hinton for the tie. Placement down. Kick on the way. It's got the distance. It is good. We're tied out here at Clinton High School. 14-14. The score comes with 4 minutes and 37 seconds to go before halftime. Robinson and Clinton are tied at 14. Back with Clinton's kickoff in a moment. We are all tied up. This is the first time we've been tied now in this ball game since it was 6-6. I was going to say since 0-0. Good kickoff by Courts. They'll take him all the way in the end zone. He dropped the ball, and there will be no return. It'll be a touchback for Robinson. Carl Courts, the junior kicker, has just gotten better and better through the year. Plus, he's got the wind to his back here, and he was able to show off the leg a little bit.
Yeah, that seems like just a bland play, but that's a great play. I mean, Carl Courts is a great defender on that play because he pins Robinson back on the 20-yard line, and you know, right there, Clinton's defense has momentum to start this series.
What happened on the last kickoff?
Oh, yeah.
Right after the Clinton's first touchdown, Robinson ran it back for a touchdown.
So Odell's hands would be a good defense here, too.
Robinson 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. And a 14-14 tie with 4.5 minutes to go. They'll keep it on the ground. If Fiskus gets a few yards, not just a few, but about 8, as he spins it out to about the 28-yard line. Good to run to the right side, a little bit of an opening, and Herzog from his defensive secondary spot had to grab him and actually got about 9 yards. It'll be 2nd and 1 coming up for the Maroons of Robinson as they try to come right back. In their traveling white jerseys with silver pants, they go with silver and a white look, or silver and maroon look, and the Maroons in a golden maroon. They'll get the first down carry, but not till a hit by Nichols behind the line of scrimmage slowed down Odell a little bit, but Odell kept his forward progress going and fell out to the 31-yard line before he went down. So first down for Robinson at the 31. Still plenty of time for Robinson to do something here. 4 minutes to go in the first half.
Yeah, but again, Clinton, I think, has contained them fairly well on defense. Robinson hadn't broke any real big runs tonight. I think that's a good sign for the Maroons.
Ryan gives again, and this one's going to break in the clear. Adam Long's the only man that's got a shot at him, and he couldn't get a hold of him. This may go all the way unless Helton can catch him from behind. He's got a blocker, and they are going to take the lead back from the Maroons on this run all the way by Jake Baxter. Boy, just as you said that, bite your tongue. Baxter finds it opening up the middle. He had Adam Long, the only man to beat, basically, and Adam had a hold of the ankle but couldn't hang on near midfield. He broke away from that. Helton was giving chase, but they had an additional blocker on the play to make sure that he couldn't get to him, and that goes all the way, 69 yards for the touchdown, and Robinson's back in the lead.
I guess I should have knocked on wood, but
you should have. You could have found some up here.
Again, that's one of the advantages of the wishbone is the deception it creates. Sometimes gives you some favorable one-on-one opportunities, and Robinson took advantage of it there. They'll go for the 2-point again. It looks like they might go for the 2-point a lot.
Ryan Bryant under center with the wishbone behind him still, and no wide receivers on this particular play. He kept it last time for the 2-point, takes the handoff, and he did give it off, and doesn't look like they got it. Extra point attempt is no good. They tried the right side, and the Maroons defensive line covers that one very well, so it's still just a 6-point ball game. That was Jason Phillips in the ball game, I think, who got the call that time. Let's keep it here. 3 minutes and 45 seconds to go before halftime. Now it's a 20-14 ball game. Well, I tell you what, there was a lot of talk about this Robinson team, and they are everything they were billed to be, but so far, the Maroons playing very inspirational football out here. Clinton, that is, Maroons. I got to be more specific because they're both Maroons. But anyway, Clinton hanging right in there. Now they trail 20-14, but I get the feeling there's still going to be a bunch of points scored in this ballgame before it's all over.
Yeah, one thing about Robinson is it seems like they're accustomed to controlling the tempo of games, and I'd say for the most part of this half, they've controlled it pretty much into their favor. But Clinton's put up a great battle, and they've been looking really tough here. Let's see if they can maybe push in another score and go in tied at halftime. I think that would be great.
Here's the kickoff by Robinson. Taken or covered by one of the up men for the Maroons at the 41-yard line. Good safe plays. They made sure they covered it. That's Tom Meyer doing the heads-up job there. So Clinton will have pretty good field position. Still, with 3 minutes and 43 seconds to go, there's still time for the Maroons to answer and even maybe get a lead before we go to the locker room.
And again, they've shown they can move the ball, so there's no reason to think they can't go in with the score here and tie. Looks like we could just have a good old-fashioned shootout here tonight.
Clinton will start at their own 41-yard line this time, trailing 20-14. Sam's under center, I formation behind him. He fakes to the fullback. He'll keep the football, finds an opening for a moment, cuts it up the middle, and dives forward for 5 or 6 yards on the play. About a 5-yard carry. You know, the Maroons have stayed away from the turnover, and here, find me some wood here real quick. I don't want that to happen. But, you know, Robinson's put the ball on the ground 3 times in this ball game. When you see a guy like Sam's running with the football like that, with it hanging out a little bit, it worries you. But he's done a good job all year hanging on to that football.
Well, the whole team has. I mean, I don't know how many turnovers they've committed, but there hasn't been a lot this year. And that's one of the reasons they're 8-1 and in the playoffs, and hopefully they'll just continue playing like they have all year, turnover free pretty much.
2nd and 5, Parson will be about 3 yards short of the first down as he approaches midfield. He's thrown back. The forward progress will be to maybe the 49-yard line. Clock running. We're inside 3 minutes to go in the first half. 20-14. Robinson with the 6-point lead over Clinton. Actually, it's about the 48.5-yard line. In Maroons territory for Clinton. That's Clinton's territory. And about a 3rd and 3 call coming up here. And we've done all sorts of things on 3rd and 3 or 3rd and 4 in this ball game so far.
Yeah, but wide right, they're on the far left side of the field. So I look for Nate Sam to try to make something happen here.
Maybe a little option to the right side again. Will he keep it? Will he pitch it? He's kept it most forward, and here he goes again. And he's almost caught from behind, still on his feet, slips and falls and goes down. And they had it pretty well covered. He might have got a couple more yards instead of losing 1 or 2 on the play. But they had a couple of big guys to give and chase there, and pretty well had him sandwiched. That's one of the reasons why he slipped and went down between Schrey and I believe it was Odell that were covering on that play.
Yeah, but I do think if Nate had been able to make that cut and not slip, I think he would have got the first down. I think they would have maybe been about 4 or 5 yard run, but I think he had a little lane there. One of the things Robinson's doing, the defensive end, is cutting in real quick. It looks like they're going to go for it here.
Try to draw him off sides probably, because drawing him off sides will give him a first down. It doesn't work. They don't get fooled this time. They got fooled once in this ball game, but it doesn't happen here. And Clinton will use a timeout and then set up the punt. with the wind to Clinton's back with a minute and 44 seconds to go in the first half of play. Robinson leading 20-14 is our score, and we've got a lot to talk about at halftime. Kind of recap this first half of play. There's been a lot of action in this ball game. Up and down the field we've gone, and this field, after seeing a lot of football played on it this year, we've talked about it a lot this year, but it's in great condition, and they've even added, as you can see on camera here on the replay, a map of Illinois with Clinton marked out plainly in the middle. And we're proud of the fact here at Clinton that we're in the playoffs this year, in the Illinois State playoffs, and they've dressed up the field very nicely, and the spirit throughout town has been great with the Panos windows painted up, the Panos pinned up, or whatever I was going to try to say, winded up. The windows painted up, and the signs along the roads around town, and the signs of people's yards and everything, and the crowd's reaction here tonight has been terrific.
Yeah, huge crowd here tonight, and whoever painted the Illinois out there did a very good job. I'm impressed.
I believe it was Nunnery and Straight, the combination of the gruesome twosome, handling that earlier this week, a couple days ago. Nichols has the ball. Boots it high in the air. Maroons need to make good coverage on this one, and he'll chase him back. It's fumbled momentarily. Picked back up, 13-yard line. Missed a couple of tackles, but the Maroons will swarm it under now. He was off balance for a while, but he went down at the 16-yard line. And a return of about 3 or 4 yards on the play this time for David Bunnell. And Robinson will have a minute and 33 seconds to see what they can do with the football here. And although they haven't necessarily struck quickly from the line of scrimmage except for that last touchdown, they do have that ability with their wishbone offense.
Yeah, they have the ability, but they're not a passing offense. So if they're going to do it, I think they're going to have to spring a pretty decent run here. So let's see how maybe Clinton can stop. Going down 6, I certainly don't think it's bad either right now.
From their own 16, they'll get a little bit of a hole and break it out in the clear for a little bit. Bunnell, excuse me, I don't think it was Bunnell. It was Nathan Fiskus is able to drag him out for a first down. But they're getting into the secondary a little too much now as the Maroons had to grab from behind Igems, and I believe Herzog in on the tackle, hanging on, but not until a gain of about 13 yards or so, maybe a little bit more than that, closer to 15, out to the 32-yard line. First down for Robinson, and the clock's down to a minute 5, and it is running here. With the running offense, at least the clock remains running. First and 10 at their own 32 for Robinson. Again, they'll try the man right up the middle, and a couple of yards gain before the middle of the Maroons defense covers it. I believe it should have been Baxter on the carry. And the Maroons taking their time unraveling. Both teams are. Now the officials stop the clock as Robinson will take a timeout. Timeout on the field. 48 seconds to go before halftime. We'll take a timeout also. Robinson leads Clinton 20-14. We're approaching halftime, just 40-some seconds away now, 48 seconds to be exact. At halftime, we're going to get in contact with the folks down Sullivan Way to get an update on that ball game between Sullivan and Newton. The winner of this ball game plays Newton-Sullivan. We're getting an update right now. At the end of one period of play, there's no score apparently between Sullivan and Newton. So we'll try to keep you updated on that ball game here, also on the radio. And I guess on TV, although it'll be kind of old news by the time you watch it. But anyway, on second down at about 5, they'll pitch it and try it around the corner. Good blocking out front. First down carry, and then caught from behind. I believe Carson chased it down, or no, it's Igems I see in the vicinity also. Catch up with Odell, the ball carrier, but not till he gets out to the 44-yard line, and another Sullivan first down. They'll stop the clock momentarily as they move up the chains. But they're starting to get chunks a little bit bigger here. They're going to take another timeout. Let's keep it here. But they're starting to pick up some yardage, a little bit bigger chunks than they did earlier in the ball game.
Yeah, but excuse me, again, they're going to have to do it on the run, and that usually means keeping the clock going, or else burning your timeouts pretty quick.
I haven't looked at Clinton's defense. Are we playing a little bit more of a prevent just to make sure they don't get the big score here? Are we backing off in the line of scrimmage a little bit too?
Looks like a standard defense for Clinton, and I think, you know, with the wishbone, you don't want to get too fancy. You don't want to get into a scheme, you know, accidentally where you're totally exposed on one of the corners or something. So I think they'll play it fairly conservative here. The clock's on Clinton's side right here. I think, you know, barring a huge play by Robinson, I think Clinton should be able to ride this half out.
First ever appearance by the Clinton Maroons in the playoffs. We've got some pretty good underclassmen. We're going to lose a lot of seniors from this team, but we've got a lot of good underclassmen coming up. The teams at the lower levels have done well this year. Could this be the first of several, hopefully?
Yeah, I think the coaching staff's very happy with the way the year went on all levels of the program.
There's a flag before the snap of the football, and I believe we've got a procedure penalty coming up against Robinson, so this will push them back from that 45-yard line to inside the 40-yard line in Robinson territory. They'll have first down and 15 with 40 seconds to play before halftime. Our Clinton Maroons' goal, obviously, to keep Robinson out of the end zone here and keep it a 6-point Robinson lead at halftime. On first and 15, they send a man in motion. That's Odell going from left to right. They're going to try to throw. Rolling out right. Waiting the last second. Fire get deep downfield and well out of bounds. I think the intended receiver, well, they had a couple over in that way. I think the wideout Calvin Fox on that play was the intended receiver, and it was way beyond him, out of bounds, almost into the Robinson crowd, or at least into the Clinton Maroon band over there. Goes incomplete.
Yeah, it's obvious. Robinson likes to try to find Odell with different ways. That time he's on the left. He's a left wing back. He went in motion, then he sprinted up downfield for the pass route. Clinton defended it well, and I think Bryant just threw the ball out of bounds.
Run up the middle this time, still on his feet, but caught at about the 45-yard line by Parson from behind is Odell. Got about the 5 penalty yards, maybe a little bit more, maybe 6 on the play. The clock is running down to 18 seconds ago in the first half of play, and they're still 55 yards away from pay dirt. They're going to use their third and final timeout. Again, let's keep it here because we're almost to halftime in our halftime break, so we'll keep it both here on Clinton Cable TV Channel 7. I hope you've enjoyed not only this telecast, but also the ones that we've had during the regular season. We've talked about it before, a lot of good comments on it. We're sure glad we could bring you this first-round playoff game here on Clinton Cable TV. Unfortunately, good weather tonight for it. We had a couple of games with rain during the season. That made it very tough on the camera crew and on us a little bit, too, when we thought we were going to be, as everybody's been kidding me, toast. I've got a nickname around town with some people, Toast. You might want to use that in the Pigskin Fix sometime if we have more later on. Toast Dueling.
What's that in reference to, Larry?
Well, you don't remember it probably, but as I was worried about the water coming in the window, I said, be careful or we're going to become toast. Or I also mentioned we had sandwiches and soon we're going to be toast. Things along those lines. Third down, 9. Reverse run. They've got some blocking out front, but they are forced back up the middle and just short of a first down. On the carry is the wideout that came around this side, Kyle Johnson. The Maroons cut it down. It's 4th down and 1. The time is run out. More importantly, we're at halftime, and we've got a ball game. Robinson leads, but only by 6 over the Clinton Maroons. As we go to break here at halftime, it's Robinson 20, our Clinton Maroons 14. We're back here at Clinton High School, and we're at halftime. And the Maroons are leading the Maroons. It's Robinson leading our Clinton Maroons by a score of 20-14 and a very entertaining first half of play, especially the first quarter and the first portion of the second quarter. Then it finally settled down a little bit, but we were up and down the field, exciting long runs, kickoff returns for touchdowns.
No, I don't know. I mean, it was just the action was so packed around each other. It was a really unusual quarter. We had 3 touchdowns in a matter of a minute and a half there in the first period. And then you had a couple more quick bang-bang touchdowns after a rash of fumbles by Robinson. Literally helped. It was like a drive backwards for Robinson, and it got Clinton a touchdown there with the 3 fumbles. So yeah, hopefully the good things keep happening for Clinton, and they can shut down that Robinson wishbone a little bit.
Third quarter is going to be an important one for the Maroons because they're going to have the wind to their back in the third quarter, including here on Carl Kurtz's second half kickoff from his own 40-yard line. We're all set to go, and here's the second half underway. Robinson, a low line drive kick. It bounced high. It was touched. It'll be taken at about the 5-yard line, and then on the return, here's Odell trying to find an opening and gets it up to about the 15, 16-yard line where Robinson will start 1st and 10.
Carl Kurtz had a really tough break there. As soon as he approached that ball, it fell off, and to get a kick as nice as he did is really something. That ball fell off the tee before he kicked the ball. I'm surprised they didn't actually. They probably should have whistled that. I know the ball fell off before he kicked it.
He could have possibly stopped, although he was very close to just, in motion to kick it practically, I guess, as it was falling. So pretty hard to stop at that point, but he stayed with it, and really we came out pretty good on it. They're starting at their own 16.
Actually, maybe better than if he'd have just kicked it into the end zone and they would have downed and put it on the 20.
Yeah, that's true. All right, Robinson and their first drive of the second half. Let's see if the Maroons defense can hold them down. They'll try the run. And a little bit of an opening up the middle and breaking in the clear. This is a guy that's given them a lot of trouble, Fiskus, and he's brought down by Herzog, but not until he's very close to a first down, out to about the 16-yard line. He may have enough for a first down, and yes, sir. The officials give it to him right away, no hesitation. To the 26-yard line, Nathan Fiskus, a 10-yard pickup and a first down for Robinson on their first play.
I think easily Fiskus has been the most versatile back for them tonight, the most productive.
They'll try one of the other backs this time, and the big guy, Pat Odell, gets the call. For Jake Baxter, the biggest of them all, the fullback, at, 6'1", 200 pounds. Odell lists at 5'10", and 171, but he's a good, strong back. He picks up a quick 6, almost 7 on the play. As they're across the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Now Bryant looks to the sideline, getting the signal from the coaching staff along the sideline. Has him up to the line of scrimmage. Maroons adjusting the defense a little bit, moving it Curley over closer to center, and the Maroons jump across the line of scrimmage for some reason. Scott comes across the line of scrimmage, it looks like, and that's going to give them an automatic first down. So Robinson has 2 quick first downs here in their opening drive of the second half. In case you just joined us, An exciting first half of play, and Robinson with 3 touchdowns leads the Maroons 2 touchdowns. 20-14 is our score. But Robinson with the opening drive of the second half, and they're moving it. With their second first down, they're out near the 38-yard line. 1st and 10 at their own 38. They'll try the right side. A little bit of running room, still on his feet, moving close to midfield, falling all the way forward after Adam Long hangs on to ankles for dear life. Is Odell, I believe, again, or was it Fiscus? We'll double check it as they get back up. Yeah, that's Fiscus. You're right. He's been the man that's given us the most trouble. And he gets it out to midfield for a 3rd first down. So Robinson's rushing game looking more impressive now here to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, Fiscus averaging about 10 yards a carry, and that's going to have to stop if Clinton wants to stop the Robinson offense.
Baxter's met, though, straight up by Parson, who holds on and holds into about a 2, maybe 3-yard gain in the Maroon territory to the 48. They run out of the no-huddle offense. They're still running that no-huddle, and they're churning up some yards here, although just 2 yards on that particular play. 2nd and 8 coming up at the 48 of Clinton. And taking his time this time is Bryant. He'll adjust alignment. And now they've got a strong right side line. Everybody's on the line. They jumped a little bit, and there will be a flag thrown as they'll try the run. Odell trying the right side. Has enough yardage for a first down, but this is coming back. Somebody on the right end of the line, and maybe 2 of the players started leaning, and they couldn't keep their balance, and they fell forward into the neutral zone. And this one's coming back on a procedure penalty.
Yeah, one of the things about the no-huddle offense is I got to imagine communication's a little more difficult. And plays like that where they shift linemen around to different sides of the ball, and they're going to be a little jumpy, perhaps a little tired, maybe leaning a little too much. And you get some pluses and minuses with this no-huddle. A plus would be you control the tempo somewhat. Minuses be you'll have penalties and fumbles like Robinson has displayed tonight.
This will push him back there, back across midfield to their own 48-yard line and bring up a 2nd down and 12 now for Robinson. We've played about a little over 2 minutes into the 3rd quarter. Robinson leading Clinton 20-14. They'll try the right side this time, and it looks like the Maroons chop it down in a hurry, only to midfield does the running back this time, and this is their 4th back, Jason Phillips. We heard during our program Saturday night on the radio when you talked to the Oblong coach, but they have 4 good backs. I think this is the 4th man for them that has handled the ball. I saw 33 as a ball carrier, but maybe they didn't see it that way. Gain of 2, 3rd down and 10 now for the Maroons at midfield. They need a big stop here. Big play for the Maroons. And again, they readjust that one lineman and move position on the right side now as Jace Woodworth moves over to the right side. Out of the wishbone. Still taking his time. Gets the play from the sideline. Bryant now. Well, he'll have to use a timeout. I don't know what we did defensively to force them into that, or maybe they just got confused on what they wanted to do, but Robinson uses a timeout here. What do we got coming up here? Do we have time to squeeze one in real quick? We don't want to miss anything. Yeah, I think we can. If we've got a 30-second commercial lined up here on the radio, why don't we just take a quick break here? 20-14, Robinson with the lead in the football. Back with more in just a moment. Robinson has used their timeout. They'll have a 3rd down and 10 now, so they have 2 timeouts remaining in the second half. That could be a factor. We'll just have to see how it plays out. And on 3rd and 10 from the wishbone. Fake to the first man. Now he drops back the pass. Has time. Fires it over the middle. The Maroons have it pretty well covered. A dive and catch attempt, but no good for Robinson down near the 23-yard line for Joe Ferguson. The Maroons had Igems and also one other man there. I believe it was Herzog on the coverage. Anyway, they had good coverage on him. He was stumbling backwards and had no chance to make the catch.
Yeah, it's a good play. When Robinson does that, they have the 7 linemen on the line and then the 4 in the backfield. I mean, you pretty much know they got to go up the middle of the field, and that's what they did. That's where the route was, and Clinton defended it well.
Punt into the win coming up, we would think, although the quarterback is under center. Now he'll step away. They trying to fake the Maroons a little bit, but dropping back is Jake Baxter, standing at his own 35, bobbles the ball. No rush at all by the Maroons. End over end kick, and it's angling toward the near sideline. Not a real long kick. That will drop dead about the roll dead, I should say, at the 28-yard line. So the Maroons defense, hey, that's very important. After giving up 3 first downs, does the job, and aided by a penalty, is able to shut down Robinson, and now they've got the football here. 8 minutes and 46 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter play, and we're down by just 6 to Robinson.
Yeah, this will be the big quarter for Clinton. They'll have the wind at their back. They can pretty much use their whole offense. It's imperative Clinton goes, I think, at least no more than 6 down going into the 4th quarter and hopefully tie it or ahead.
They'll try a run on first down, and Carter's got a bit of an opening. Tries the right side, puts his head down, and plows it out to the 35-yard line. A quick opener for about 7 yards on the play if they give him the spot to the 35, and they will. It'll bring up a 2nd down and 3. I tell you, the offensive line continues to do a good job. They gave him a good opening out there, and he was able to sprint it outside before those linebackers and secondary people were able to come up and knock him out of bounds.
Yeah, we got to credit the offensive line. Nate's thrown the ball 9 times tonight, and I don't believe he's been touched. and the running numbers are there to support it. So hats off to the offensive line doing a good job tonight.
Second down and 3. Carter reverses field, cuts it up the middle, has the first down, and gets it out to near the 40-yard line, and that should be a first down for the Maroons, as we said. 40-yard line in Clinton territory. 2 running plays by Josh Carter, and he's got the first down. Tom Meyer gets up a little slowly. He'll come off to the sideline. He rotates the plays in and out of there anyway, so he would have come out. But he got up hobbling just a little bit. He was one of the lead blockers on that play.
Good kick-out block by Matt Parson and a good block by Andy Curley on the right tackle side there. Carter had to cut back, but the hole was there to cut back.
Double tight end formation. Herzog is wide to the left side at the wideout. I formation backfield. Parson gets the call, meets the linebacker straight up. Got 2 yards or so before he's pushed back. The first man was Brett Trey, and he met him straight up and pushed him back. But Parson got forward progress of about 1.5 yards or so. Second down and long coming up for the Maroons. They're going to give him a good 2 yards, it looks like. Almost 3. Holy cow, I didn't realize we had that much forward progress. But it's closer to second down and 8. The Maroons have to get it just across midfield to get another first down. Herzog's coming wide to the right side on this play. Helms wide this time to the left side. So just one tight end on the right side is Nichols. And wanting to pass. Sam, short pass over the middle. Intended for Nichols, but can't quite find the margin again. A couple on coverage out there this time. And Odell and Dwayne Neely were chasing him from behind, but Nichols had him beaten by a step or so. If Nate could have put it on the hands.
Nice play by Tom Meyer, the pulling guard there. Clinton does something a little unusual a lot of teams don't do. They pull the guard to block a defensive end on an option play or on a pass play, and a lot of teams will leave that defensive end alone on a pass play. So it gives Robinson something to think about. Tom did a good job blocking him, give Nate some time, and again, the pass just a little off the fingertip to Nichols.
Trips to the left side, one lone back. Sam's going to run option right this time to the short side of the field, and he will not get it. He only got 1 yard maybe. He swarmed under and knocked into the Clinton bench. Some of the Clinton fans not happy about that as a gang tackle, but no penalty call. Nothing wrong there. They just did a lot of gang tackling there with guys like Schrey again on the play and help from Jeremy Wimp, a 5'10", 155-pound sophomore. Some of these sophomores met Clinton a couple of years ago. You'll recall you just came to town when, as 8th graders, their 8th grade basketball team played our 8th grade basketball team, I think in the semifinals of the state basketball tournament. Nate Sams had a big part in that. Here's Clinton to punt. We could talk more about that later on if we want. Snap back to Nichols. Nichols with the boot, with the wind to his back. Booming kick that will chase him back to the 8-yard line, and they're going to get a bit of a return. Here's Odell trying it up the middle, now to the right side, and caught from behind and swung down by Tom Meyer, who's on coverage very well once again. They'll be close to the 20-yard line, maybe the 19-yard line, when Robinson takes over 1st and 10.
Nice kick by Ben Nichols, and again, Robinson's going to start on our 20, and they haven't really displayed the ability to march it down the field consistently on long drives here. They broke the one big play, but other than that, they really haven't had a sustained drive tonight. So I think every bit helps, and kicks like Ben Nichols is right there is extremely critical in this game right now.
6:49 to play, and quarter number 3, and they run into each other in the backfield. Can they get some yardage out of this after all? Maybe a couple of yards. This play still taking a while to be stopped, but maybe a 3-yard gain or so as the quarterback and the running back ran into each other in the backfield, but they still will get positive yardage out of this play of maybe 3 yards or so. I didn't even catch who it was for sure. We're looking for, I guess it was Odell who was the ball carrier. That's what we're getting credit. Hammer and Curley, they said, made the stop. I don't know how you could tell that out of that pile, but that's what they picked up, and I can't argue with that one bit. On 2nd and 7 now from about the 22, maybe the 23-yard line for Robinson in their own territory. He finally sets them down. Maroons almost come across, but they don't do so this time. No penalty flag, and the run will go to the right side. Did the ball come loose, or it just didn't go very far? Yeah, I tell you, that was a strange reaction out of Ryan Bryant there. I wasn't sure what he was doing on that particular play. I thought maybe the ball came out of his hands.
Yeah, Bryant just basically put the ball in his fullback's belly and took it out at the last second. But Clinton's done a wonderful job of stopping him tonight. That was his first carry, as a matter of fact. Looks like he lost a yard possibly. They've strung the option out very well tonight. What's been hurting Clinton is the burst-off tackle, the misdirections. 3rd and 8. They'll try the right side again, and no gain.
Maybe just a gain of a yard or two, but certainly well short of the first down. Bryant lost a yard on that previous play, and on this particular play, Baxter only got maybe 1 or 2. It's 4th down and about 6 coming up for the Robinson Maroons. So we've had a standoff so far here in the 3rd quarter of play. The score remains 20-14. Robinson with the lead. And Robinson in punt formation on this 4th and 6, pretty deep in their own territory. Yeah, Clinton should come out no worse than their own 40, and maybe as well as midfield or even in Robinson territory on this, provided they can field the punt in the air. Even a fair catch would be a good sign here. Their punter's been kicking it low when he's been kicking into the wind here tonight. Baxter at his own 10. Fumbles it. No big rush by the Maroons. He'll still get the kick away. If we had had a rush, it might have been a block. Low kick that will get a good Robinson roll to midfield. Not quite to midfield. About a half-yard short. But Clinton will pick it up right where they left off when they gave the ball back to Robinson a moment ago.
Yeah, and Robinson's very fortunate. The punter's knee almost touched the ground as he held the ball. He was very close. I thought they might have called it, actually, but no reaction from anyone on the sideline, so I guess it maybe not as close as I thought. But his knee was very close to touching the ground as he was picking up the ball.
Believe me, Brian Knutson would have been pointing it out, and Chuck Nagel both, to the official if it had been. I'm sure making every effort to. From near midfield, 1st and 10 for the Clinton Maroons. It's Sams wants to throw. He's looking for Herzog up the right sideline all the way. He's beat his man. He got it. 20, 50, 10, 5, touchdown, Maroons! The defender went for the ball, but it got over his head. David Bonnell thought he had the ball, but it went over his head, and Herzog stayed with it. That ball could have got away from him because the defender almost screened him on it, but Herzog stayed with it, made the over-the-shoulder catch on the run, ran at the remaining 20 yards, and we're tied again at 20.
Great play by Clinton there. They had one-on-one coverage on Herzog. He beat his man. I think the man read run, and Herzog just flew by him. Wonderful touch on the pass by Sams. You got to give Nate 100% credit on that because Herzog did not break stride when he caught that ball and sailed in. Bonnell wasn't even close to Herzog by the time he crossed the goal line.
Here's the kick by Hinton. It's got the distance. Did he get it inside the goalpost? He did. Clinton has regained the lead. 4 minutes and 14 seconds to go in the third quarter play, and our Maroons, the Clinton Maroons, have the lead of 21 to 20. The kickoff by Clinton coming up in a moment. Carl Kortz's kickoff goes all the way through the end zone. Touchback. It'll be 1st and 10 for Robinson at the 20-yard line. And, well, we talked about it right after the play, but still a little more time to buzz over that play. The Maroons strike quickly on 1st and 10 from the 50. They go to the air. And what a terrific pass right on the money to Herzog, as you said. And Sams just laid it right in there. Herzog, he had to stay with it because the defender almost screened him on it, but he made the catch.
That's the advantage of the win. Clinton can use its full arsenal here. They can run and pass this quarter. They may not be able to do that the fourth quarter.
First down run for Robinson. They'll get about 6 or 7. A spinning move on Odell, I believe. They had him stop for a little less yardage than that, but he stayed with it. And Odell was able to get it out across the 25 to about the 27. About 7-yard pickup. It's 2nd down and about 2.5 coming up for Robinson. It's the play. I guess they just shuffle players in and line one up at the right tight end position, and Jason Phillips get out the wishbone. The fullback gets it. Baxter stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Parsley made it straight up. The ball sort of loose. Was he down? They're going to call him down on the play. Maroons thought they had the fumble, which would have been their 4th fumble recovery of the ball game. But instead, they ruled he was down for a loss on the play of a yard or so. So no gain on the play. All right, it's 3rd down and about 2. We're going to do some audio work here on TV and see if we can get our audio straightened out on TV. We're fine on radio right now. At 3rd down, very little gain on the play, no gain at all. The Maroons stuff it out, but defense is good. On TV, the audio, but you can see the pictures. That's a lot better, I guess, on our audio on TV. Glad we got that straightened out. 4th down and 2 now coming out for Robinson, and they should be forced to punt here unless they want to do something really strange and go for it at about the 28-yard line, but you wouldn't think so. Punting into the win again, and the Maroons still have the win for another 2 minutes and 40 seconds or so to go. Taking their time before they snap it back to the punter, Baxter. Boy, great defense by the Maroons on that series. Low snap. Again, not much of a rush. Maroons can't get to it. He boots it high in the air this time. Watch out where this comes down, guys. Watch out. It takes a bad bounce for Robinson, a good bounce for the Maroons. It's downed immediately by Justin Stone. And by kicking it up in the air like that, the wind really kept it from carrying very far. It's down at the 44-yard line of Robinson. Clinton will have, again, very good field position against the Robinson Maroons.
I think it's critical Clinton takes as much advantage of this period as they can because the wind is obviously a big factor tonight. Again, Clinton has its whole offense available to it right now. I wouldn't be surprised to see him put it in the air a little more.
Crowd is alive. 2:20 to play in the third. Clinton up by 1, going for more. The pass to Helton, off his hands and incomplete. Oh, he had to reach back for that one a little bit, and he thought he should have had it. You could tell by his reaction out there that Ben Helton should have had the catch. Justin Stone was one-on-one with him, and he had enough time to make the catch, and then Stone was just going to try to wrap him up.
The important thing, though, is the play was there. It stretches Robinson's defense out, keeps the cornerback soft, and maybe that helps Matt Parson break a big run up the middle, or Josh Carter up the middle. I wouldn't be surprised. Option right here might be a good play right now.
Maybe to the short side of the field. Yep, here it comes. He finds a little opening. Now pitches. Got it to Carter. He's inside the 40 and down to the 35-yard line. Maybe about a yard short. What a terrific pitch by Sams as he was getting hit. He unloaded it and pitched it directly to Carter on the run, and Carter got an additional 6-7 yards on the play, and the Maroons are about a yard short of a first down, 3rd and 1 coming up.
A lot of that play is just confidence. Nate Sams is so confident in his ability to make big plays. A lot of people don't try that because they're scared they're going to fumble the ball. Nate Sams makes a wonderful pitch. I can't tell you how hard that is to pitch that ball accurately when you're being hit.
Quarterback keeper by Sams. He appears to have the first down and some extra. They're going to give him forward progress to the 31-yard line, and it's a Maroon first down with a minute and 34 seconds to go in the third quarter. Clinton, with a second-half touchdown, has regained the lead. It's 21-20 in favor of Clinton, and they want to get some more points while they got the wind to their back. The wind playing a big factor here. Trips to the left side. Watch out for Parson here, possibly. Trips to the left side. Parson gets the ball up the middle. Got a man at the ankles and couldn't pull away. He had a bit of a hole, but somebody was holding on to his ankle down there, and that might have been Schrey again. He's played a heck of a game from the linebacker for their team, possibly. Gain of 3.
Yeah, Clinton, that's the second time tonight, trips to the left, and then they hit the ball to Parson with a quick trap by Tom Meyer in that play, and it almost worked. It was there, but someone, like you said, Larry, got him by the ankle, and Parson just couldn't quite shake free. Still a nice 3-yard gain.
Under a minute to go in the third period of play. And they'll try to run again. This time Carter gets to the outside, tries to swing around a man, can't do so, goes down to the 24-yard line. The Maroons will be about 3 yards short of a first down, a 3rd and 3 coming up. They've got to get it to the 21 to keep this drive alive. And we're down to 38 seconds, 37 seconds. We won't have the win that much longer. If we don't make this first down, could you see Jeremy Hinton probably come on for a field goal attempt? It would be an awfully long field goal of nearly 40 yards, but with the wind in the back.
I think we're in 4-down territory here. I don't think you try a field goal in this situation unless, I don't know, maybe you call a quick timeout.
Running out of wind, though. Sams, auction to the left side, cuts it upfield, almost flipped, but keeps his balance, and he's got the first down inside the 20. We're down to 12 seconds, 11 seconds to go in the period. They'll stop the clock momentarily. But that might be the last play that we have with the wind to our back, but it's a first down for the Maroons to the 19-yard line. Clock has stopped with 11 seconds ago. Now it starts up again. Can we run one more play before the clock runs out? Got to hustle up to the line. Needs trying to hustle him up there and set him down. 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 1 play to go with the win. They got it off before the time ran out. He wants to throw. Lofting it for Nichols in the corner of the end zone. Incomplete. They had 2 defenders there. Pretty good coverage as Justin Stone was there and one other man, and it was overthrown just a little bit. We're at the end of 3 quarters of play. Clinton will have a second down and 10 at the 19-yard line, but the wind in their face. Quite a 1-point lead also as Clinton leads Robinson 21-20. 1 quarter to go in this first round playoff game between the Maroons, the Battle of the Maroons, the second-ranked team in Class 3A, the Robinson Maroons, and our unranked Clinton Maroons. And right now the home team, the good guys, our Clinton Maroons, at least in our opinion, are leading by 1, 21-20. That was a productive third quarter of play. We got the 1 touchdown, and we've got the ball in scoring position again, although the wind in our face now.
Clinton did what they had to do that third quarter. They got momentum back their way, and a lot of it was the elements, using the wind wisely, the touchdown pass, the punting game, the kickoff game. Clinton did what they had to do. Now it's going to come down to who wants it the most here in the fourth quarter.
2nd and 10, and Carter with a pretty good run, stays on his feet, gets it down to the 16-yard line, got 3, maybe 4 on the play. We'll see how much forward progress they give him and what kind of spot they give him. Yep, about 3. 3rd and 7 coming up. The Maroons need to get it to just inside the 10-yard line to close to the 9 to get another first down, and probably a couple more downs to do it here as Tom Meyer comes in.
If Clinton has a little trick up their sleeve, this might not be a bad time to use it. I'm thinking of maybe something along the lines of reverse, and I see Herzog going out to the wide side of the field. Let's keep an eye on him, see what Clinton has in mind here.
Sams with the football, fakes to the fullback, big pressure, almost caught, but stays on his feet, throws it out there for Nichols and shot it behind him, and it goes incomplete near the 10-yard line. 4th down and 7 coming up for Clinton. Sams did a nice job eluding a potential big sack there by Robinson.
Yeah, I thought they had Nate, to be honest with you. He had a nice little shoulder feint there. to buy him some more time, and then a good job to get the ball off as the second defender came running at him.
I think it's the first time anybody has touched him on a pass play in this ball game.
The offensive line, I think, has won their battle tonight so far through 3 quarters. And let's see, at 4th and 7 here, let's see what Clinton has in mind here. Maybe an offsides attempt at first and then a timeout.
High formation, one wide receiver to the right side. They fake the handoff, but nobody there. Now Sam's under pressure. It's going to be sacked and dropped and stopped at the 20-yard line. He was looking over the middle for Helton, but they must have had him covered pretty well. Helton was in the middle of the end zone just begging for the ball, but I don't think it was there. I didn't really look downfield to see how well they had him covered because I was watching Sam's. And he takes the sack, and Robinson will take over, but they're 80 yards away from the end zone when they take over.
Yeah, but I like Clinton's attitude here. They went for the strike. They played aggressive there, and I think it sends a message to Robinson that we think we can move the ball on you, and we're confident in our defense here.
Robinson has an injured player being helped off the sideline, Jason Phillips. One of their backs at times, he also lines up in an end spot sometimes, is limping rather severely as he's helped off to the sideline. The Maroons shut down Robinson in the 3rd quarter of play after giving up 20 points to them in the first half. Can they continue it in the 4th? Robinson will now have the wind at their back at their own 20-yard line, 1st and 10. And here they come now. On the run, up the middle, trying to pull forward as Baxter got about 5 to the 25-yard line. Helton had a hold of him around the ankle and made the tackle on the play. Gain of about 5, 2nd and 5 coming up for the Maroons of Robinson as Ijems, kind of unusual, comes out of the ball game for a moment. The safety comes out, and who we got in there in his place? We must have brought another lineman or a man up front into the ball game there. Try to pick that up if you can in just a moment, but we don't have that safety in there right now. Will Robinson change up and throw the ball? Look how tight we are on the line. Herzog's got the wide out, and everybody else is in there within about 5 yards of the line of scrimmage. They'll try the option. And at the last second, they get the pitch. Trying to stay on his feet, getting the first down, and finally going down is their most effective runner in this ballgame, Nathan Fiskus, and he gets the first down, but the Maroons had a couple of shots at him. But he gets it out to about the 34-yard line, and a first down for Robinson. There's 10 minutes and 26 seconds to go in the ball game. Released in regulation time, a long way to go in this contest.
Yeah, again, I think you're right, Larry. I think they did try an extra lineman there just to see if they can make some impact, and Ijems is back in the game, but that was an interesting little look Clinton gave.
Timeout Robinson. They have to use the timeout here. Something's not right, and that's their second timeout. They'll only have one remaining the rest of the way. We'll take a timeout also. 10:16 to go in the ball game, at least in regulation time. Clinton holding on to a 1-point lead over Robinson, 21-20. Robinson has just retaken the lead in this ball game. Robinson has just retaken the lead on Odell's run from about his own 34 all the way. They got an opening on the left side. He was able to outrun Adam Long and take it all the way, and they have retaken the lead. Robinson has over the Maroons with 10:05, 10 minutes and 5 seconds to go in the 4th quarter of play. And there's another one of those back-breaking long runs, and the Maroons have responded before. Now the 2-point conversion attempt coming up by Robinson. They fake the handoff, rolling out right, wants the throw, waits for a long time, throws in the back of the end zone. It was tipped, and was it caught? It was caught at the back of the end zone by Justin Stone for a big 2-point conversion. And that gives them a 7-point lead here. A long way to go. 10 minutes and 5 seconds to go in the ball game. Robinson will be kicking off to the Maroons. The score again comes with 10 minutes and 5 seconds to go. And that was a run of what? 66 yards. by Odell. Nothing fancy on the run. We saw it earlier, and Odell has his third touchdown of the ball game on that one.
Yeah, it's unusual. Actually defended very well by Clinton, and it looks like Bryant may have gone back to his third option. He had two receivers going here to the right corner of the end zone in the two-point conversion, and he looked like he had to fire back way across the middle. Someone did tip it for Clinton. I didn't quite get who it was, and a nice reception by Stone to pull it in. Hats off to Robinson. They were able again to break. They took the timeout. Maybe they saw something in Clinton's defense they thought they could exploit, and a well-used timeout there.
Checking the helmet of Ben Helton here. Going to actually exchange helmets out there. Wally Urban trots on the field for a moment to exchange helmets. We're looking down here on TV to the Robinson huddle, kind of the unusual way that they handle the kickoffs here as they break out of the huddles as their kicker approaches the ball and boots it to the opponents, in this case being the Clinton Maroons. Well, a long way to go, but the Maroons now have the ball in their face here in the fourth quarter play. It's not going to be quite as easy to move the ball, you would think.
No, it won't, but again, yeah, the passing game's been taken, but taken away somewhat here with the wind, but Clinton's shown that they'll throw the ball into the wind. Plus, they have run the ball tonight, so they still have some things to do, and this is a poor kick for having the wind at their back.
Short kick. They need to field it cleanly. It's on the ground. I think the Maroons have it. Boy, they were diving in there, but Helton, the man that tried to field it, was in the vicinity, and somebody else came up with the ball for the Maroons. Adam Long is the man that jumped on top of that ball. So the Maroons don't get a run back out of it on that high kickoff. And 27-yard line for the Maroons will be where they start this drive, 1st and 10. We hope that it can be a good one. Under 10 minutes to play in the ball game. Robinson answered the challenge. The Maroons had the lead 21-20, but they have retaken the lead on a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Sam's option caught from behind. He's going to be swung down for a loss on the play. They caught him that time. They haven't too many times. They haven't done it too many times. But Jeremiah Wimp from the end spot stayed with him, grabbed him by the shirt tail, swung him down for about a 4-yard loss on the play. And 2nd and 14 coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if that was a broken play or not, but the running backs went right and Sam's went left. I think it was probably designed, and Robinson just read it pretty well, and they stayed with Nate, read him the whole time, and was able to knock him back for about a 5-yard loss.
Wideouts both ways, a man in the slot both ways. Here's Carter going in motion behind Parson. And the handoff will come to Herzog the other way. Almost lost control of the football. He's going to get a pretty good run on it. Makes another good cut. Got the penalty yardage back and a lot more. The Maroons will have a 3rd down and about maybe 4 coming up after a good run by Herzog. Picked this hole very nicely. Had a good hole to run through. And did a pretty good job running with the football, even when it started out kind of slowly because he was still trying to regain control of that football on the handoff.
Yeah, nice job by Tom Meyer again. He's a great pulling guard, and he got out there and hit a guy and enabled Herzog to pick up a couple extra yards there toward the end of that run.
Big play here. 3rd down and 4. The Maroons are at their own 33-yard line, and the crowd a little quiet, but now they're starting to come to their feet here because the Maroons need a 1st down to keep it alive. They trail by 7, Clinton does, to Robinson. Sam's option right side. We'll keep it. And he's going to be stopped short of the 1st down by about 2 yards at the 35-yard line. Didn't have the hole that time, and they cut him down after about a 2-yard pickup. 4th and 2 coming up for Clinton. And they're going to bring the punt team on, and the Maroons, on top of being stopped short of the 1st down, Clinton, that is, has the punt into the wind. 4th and 2. But that doesn't necessarily mean they're going to punt the football, does it, Mr. Mon?
I would think, again, you might want to try to draw them off sides. You might want to, even a fake, it'd be a gutsy call here. You're on, what, 30-yard line, but Clinton could do something here. They don't have to be a long way to go.
Snack back to Nichols. He will punt the football. Fairly high kick. Fair catch is called for and fielded, and Robinson will have it at the 43-yard line in their own territory. About as good a kick as you can get into this win made by Nichols. And fair caught by Jim Pat Odell. It's nice to see him waving the arm in the air and not planning to make a run back the way he's run the football in this game. 8 minutes, 25 seconds to go in the 4th quarter. Robinson leads Clinton 28-21. The defense definitely has to do the job this time now for us to have a shot.
Yeah, it's going to take a big defensive series here. It seems like Clinton's had more trouble defending Robinson when Robinson's had the wind at their back. So right here, it'll be a huge series. I don't think Robinson can score anymore and Clinton have a chance. Clinton needs to stop him right here. Maybe even get the ball back on the turnover.
All right, Robinson with the 1st down play, and Odell gets the call and staying on his feet. Nijens finally pulls him down after he's tripped up around the ankles, but not until Odell plows it out to midfield and gets about 7 yards on the carry. 2nd down and 3, maybe closer to 2 yards to go for a 1st down as they are just short of midfield. And Robinson with the running game going very well with Odell. Out of the wishbone again, one wide receiver to the right side. They'll try to middle again, and I believe it's Baxter this time. He'll be very close to a 1st down to the 48 of Clinton. Running time off the clock now, and Robinson certainly wants to do that. We're under 8 minutes to go in the 4th quarter play. They have a 7-point lead over Clinton, and they have the football, and they have the 1st down.
Yeah, nothing fancy there. Baxter just up the middle, straight ahead. They try to keep it in between the tackles. Bryant doesn't keep the ball in the option too much, and I think Clinton realizes that. They pinched the nose there with 3 linemen, and Robinson's still been successful running off tackle.
On 1st and 10 at the Maroons 48. Clinton 48. Robinson with the football and the long call. Now they give it off. Odell trying to left side again, and that offensive line gives him a good push, and they plow forward for about 6 yards quickly down to the 42-yard line. And the Maroons' defensive line, which played very well, especially in the 3rd quarter of play, very confidently and cut down their running attack very well, is starting to give up a little yardage here. It's 2nd down and 4 coming up.
I think a couple of the advantages of first of all, Robinson doesn't play a lot of people two-way. Also, the no huddle. I think conditioning-wise, I think it's an advantage for Robinson.
Odell again the left side, and he'll be close to a first down. Got about 4 more as he's inside the 40 down to the 38. They're just pounding away at that left side of the line right now. Did he get enough for the first down? They'll look it over. They might be forced to measure here. They're looking, and they're going to stop the clock and bring out the sticks and measure. It's either going to be third and very short or a first down. 6:45 to play in the ball game. Clinton crowd a little bit quiet now, but they've been a very enthusiastic bunch here tonight, and this football team's given them a lot to cheer about during the course of this 28-21 ball game so far in favor of Robinson. They measure, and they apparently are short by just a tad. An inch or so short of the first down. So third down, and just an inch. If there's ever a time for a big defensive play and a stop here, it's now. Do you bring everybody, including the kitchen sink? Try to cut him down? We'll see. Third down. They'll try the second man. Ooh, he's hit hard, but Fiskus has got the first down. He had the first down by the time he was hit, and boy, he took a jolt, but he got the first down to the 35-yard line. They'll give him forward progress to just about the 35, and first down for Robinson.
Yeah, a nice play there. They fake it up to Baxter, and Clinton's got to respect that with Robinson only needing, a foot. And then with the misdirection, Fiskus, who's been their most productive back tonight, really, in terms of per carry, yardage per carry, was then able to bust it over the tackle, and Clinton had to pinch in the inside first.
From the Clinton 35, Baxter keeping the football, and he's going to be swarmed under and only got about a yard. Tried the option left side. They had him almost stop behind a line of scrimmage at one time. And then he sprung away for a little bit of yardage, maybe a yard or so on the play to the 34-yard line. But pretty good defensive play that time by the Maroons as they kept the quarterback, Bryant, I think I said Baxter, but Bryant under wraps that time. Got the two B's mixed up. We're down to just over 6 minutes to go in the ball game. About 6:13 clock running. He almost tripped on that handoff. The ball comes loose. Clinton has recovered the football. They missed the handoff. Bryant stumbled as he went to make the handoff, and then they missed the handoff to Fiskus, I believe. The ball sprung loose, and the Maroons have recovered the fourth fumble of the ball game.
Looks like Kyle Bourne recovered his second, too, so give him a lot of credit. I have to say, I was watching the corner there. I thought Robinson might try a pass, so I didn't see that play develop too much. I did see Kyle Bourne react very quickly to the ball, and that's great for a lineman this deep into a hard-fought game to be moving around that well. Let's see if Clinton can do something with it here now.
Hold the phone. It's not over. From the 35 of Clinton, the Maroons will try it. And Herzog run up the middle. Got 5. Almost got dropped for a loss on the play, but played off that tackle and made some positive yardage out of it. Almost 5 yards, maybe closer to 4. 2nd and 6 coming up for Clinton as they approach the 40-yard line in their own territory. Plenty of time to do something. 5 minutes and about 35 seconds to play in the ball game.
Yeah, this will be the big drive for Clinton here, though, of course. I think what they want to do is play Clinton Maroons football here and dictate the terms of their drive. And they got plenty of time to do that, so let's see what they do.
Larson blocking out front for Carter. Carter finds the hole, and he's very close to a first down out near the 45-yard line. Good lead block by Parson in the right side of the line with Andy Curley leading the charge. Does a good job, and they got just enough for a first down. Clinton has a first down. They've got the drive going.
Again, yeah, Clinton's displayed the ability all night to move the ball forward. Robinson's defense, I don't think, is nearly as good as St. Teresa's, and Clinton's moved the ball fairly much at will on the ground, and pass plays have been there, but the wind has played a factor in that. So hopefully Clinton can keep it on the ground and move well here.
Clinton at their own 45 on first down. Option. Sands has an opening across midfield. Dump very hard at the midfield stripe. It falls into Robinson territory. And a good strong tackle by Odell. He's everywhere on both sides of the ball. But another 5, almost 6-yard pickup. 2nd and 5 coming up for the Maroons. Again, plenty of time to go. 4:42 clock running to go in the ball game. The Maroons are at midfield and trailing Robinson by 7, 28-21.
Again, Clinton Maroon football, and I think they probably will keep it on the ground here until Robinson proves they can stop it. And I think that's the way to go here.
And Clinton has at least 2, probably 3 timeouts left. Trying to right side is Carter. He's about a yard short of the first down. If they give him all his forward progress, he looks like he got close to the 41-yard line, maybe a little short of the 41. They're going to spot him closer to 2 yards short of the first down, so 3rd and 2 coming up for the Maroons. And do we have 3 left, do you think? I know Robinson's down to 1 timeout, and I think we've got 3 timeouts remaining.
Yeah, I don't think we've used the timeout this half. I won't swear to that, but I don't think we have. Unless maybe we were trying to draw them off sides early in the 3rd quarter there. Option left here by Nate. Nope.
Quarterback keeper. And can he get it? Very close. Yeah, very close. As that offensive line tries to give him the push. Many times he's been able to do it. What kind of spot did they give him? No, he's not. He doesn't have it here. He's short of the 40-yard line. So he's got about a half yard, almost a yard to go. Actually, it looks like about 3/4 of a yard to go. Here's Hammer coming in from the sideline with the play. They need this first down to keep this drive alive. We're down to 3.5 minutes to go in the ball game. Clinton is trailing Robinson 28-21. But Clinton with the drive at the Robinson 40 after a Robinson fumble. Sams has him up to the line. He'll try it again. Quarterback keeper. I don't know if he got it or not. He was thrown back. Let's see what kind of spot he got. He got a good spot, though. He had forward progress, but I don't know. I think he's inches short. I think he is inches short. What a surge by the middle of their line. And they may measure it here to make sure. I don't know. That's very close. The football, the end of that football is very close. Oh, my.
I think you have to have the whole football over the 45-yard line, and it looks like that's not going to be the case here. He got hit very hard. I thought the surge originally had it, but he got hit tremendously hard, and he's not going to have it, I don't think.
He is short. He is short. The Robinson players out there celebrate. They have apparently stopped the Maroons, and Robinson's going to take over at their own 40-yard line.
Again, Robinson, there's plenty of time in this game still, too. A good defensive series here by the Maroons, and they'll get the ball back. So Robinson doesn't want to celebrate prematurely here. They put the ball on the ground 4 times tonight, and they could easily do it again here. So Clinton needs to keep their heads up, keep their poise, and stay in this ball game as best they can, not give up the big play.
From their own 40 now, the Robinson Maroons take over with a 7-point lead, and they'll hand it off to the second man. And he's got a pretty good opening, Odell does. Gets it to midfield. Picks up a quick 5 yards or so, maybe almost 6 on the play, as he gets it right across to, I guess I said the 40. It was really the 45-yard line. I messed up my yard line again. He got about to 6 yards to the 49 of the Maroons. Apologize for that yard line mistake. So from the 45 out to the 49 of the Maroons, 2nd and 4 coming up. Looking toward the sideline is Ryan Bryant. They certainly want to take some time, and they've got it down to about 2.5 to go in the ball game. If the Maroons, Clinton that is, can't pull this game out, they at least let Robinson, the number 2 ranked team in the state, know they were in a ball game here tonight at Clinton. No doubt about it. Nothing to be ashamed of here, but this one not over quite yet. Quarterback will keep it. Oh, finally pitches at the last second when it looked like the Maroons had him, and they're going to get first down yardage and more. That's quite a play by Bryant. He looked like he was caught and going to be hauled down for no gain on the play, and at the last second somehow he was able to get his arm free enough to pitch the ball, and they were able to get first down yardage and more all the way down to the Maroon 32-yard line, just outside to 32, a first down, 1st and 10 for Robinson, and that's a big play.
Yeah, they use the option run conservatively like Clinton does too, and when they hit it with you, it's kind of a shock, and they ran it well that time.
Fiskus to the left side, got a couple and then is knocked down near the 30-yard line, maybe got a couple, 2nd down and 8. The clock's down to inside 2 minutes to go in regulation time. The Maroons do have to force another fumble here real quick, and they're going to use a timeout also. Well, let's use a timeout also here. We'll take a break. 1 minute and 55 seconds now officially to go in regulation time. Robinson has the football and the lead of 7 over our Clinton Maroons, 28-21. As we come back here, we're down to 1 minute and 55 seconds for one of these teams in their season. And right now, the Clinton Maroons are on the ropes, trailing by 7 points. 28-21. They've played a terrific ball game against this Robinson Maroons football team that has pretty well handled everybody but one team that they played this year, Effingham. And Effingham's in the Class 4A playoffs with a 7-2 record. There's a flag on the play as Fiskus will get the call up the middle. He's caught from behind by Curley. Curley hanging on. He's close to a first down, but there's a flag on the play. And most likely a procedure call coming up, I would think, against Robinson. We'll wait and see.
I think Robinson had 2 people in motion at the same time there. And, yeah, that's illegal procedure. So that's good in the sense that it knocks them back and it stops the clock. So that helps Clinton tremendously there.
They had a 2nd and 8 situation. They'll mark it off here from the line of scrimmage. And instead they will have 2nd down and, 13. 2nd and 13 from the 35-yard line, just inside the 35. We're going to have a traffic jam tonight when this game's over, and I see a few people already making their way out. Not too many, but a few people. Most people have stayed in their seats, though. But quite a big crowd, and take a while for this crowd to empty out of here. On 2nd and 13, they'll try to run right up the middle. Odell puts his head down, got a couple, but covered pretty well by the Maroons. I tell you what, after all I heard about this high-powered Robinson offense, I really wondered, coming this game, I'll just admit it right now, I really wondered if the Maroons take a timeout, how well our defense was going to be able to hold up against this team. And I tell you, even though we've given up 28 points on some big plays, I think this defense has just done an absolute terrific job tonight.
Yeah, they really have. Robinson's earned every bit of it. First of all, their offense has only scored 3 touchdowns, and one of them was even on a very short drive that the defense can't be totally faulted on. And then just 2 big runs. They busted 2 big runs. You know, other than that, they've pretty much been read well by Clinton. The Clinton strung them out on the option, and they've been around the fullback when he gets the ball. Robinson, it's a big if, but you take away those 2 big running plays, and Robinson's offense looked very ordinary out here. And I think Clinton's defended it fairly well. Again, this game's not over. It's a big play here, and a hold here would be good. I would think Robinson would kick the ball. They might run and just let the clock run if they're faced with a 4th down situation here.
3rd down and 9. The Maroons still have 1 timeout they can use if they need to. They're going to do a little misdirection, bring Fiskus back the other way, and Helton's holding on, and some others come in. And he got no gain on the play. Absolutely no gain on the play. Back to about the 30-yard line. It's 4th down and 8 coming up for Robinson. The clock is running and temporarily stopped now. Did the Maroons use their final timeout? They did. Clinton uses the final timeout. Let's keep it right here with 1 minute and 19 seconds to go in regulation time. Clinton trails 28-21. They've got to make one more stop here, depending upon what Robinson wants to do, and then they'll have one more crack at it. Obviously, if the offense gets a chance at it here, they're going to have a long way to go to get a score, and they have to get a touchdown and at least a conversion. If that comes about, and I know, it's not out of the realm of possibility, but still a big if right now. If we can score a touchdown, but decision-making time would be coming after that, whether or not you go for the tie and force overtime, or if you go for a 2-point conversion in the win. I think you go for the win, don't you?
Well, I think, first of all, Robinson's got a fairly big decision here. If I'm them, I punt the ball. I mean, if they don't come up with it here, then Clinton's in a lot better shape than even if you punt it out of the end zone, you're going to knock them back another 10 yards. And that's everything here in this game. When Clinton gets the ball, if they do, hitch and lateral might be a play.
They're going to try to throw for the first down. Firing it over the middle, got a man open. It's going to be 6 for Robinson, and that's icing on the cake. Somehow he slipped in behind. Calvin Fox was behind the defense, and all he had to do was trail in that pass at the 5-yard line as the Maroons are playing up tight. And Robinson has put this game away with 1 minute and 13 seconds to go in the contest. What a 30-yard touchdown pass from Bryant to Calvin Fox. Nothing real tricky there. The Maroons were looking for the run. They had some good play action in there to make the Maroons think it was coming at them again on the ground. And then Fox just slipped in behind the defenders, and all he had to do was make the catch. 2-point conversion attempt coming up here. And then we can recap the touchdown with Cameron. 34-21. Now they're going to go for the 1 extra point as they switch out of that 2-point formation. The placement's down. The kick is a low-line drive. Hits the upright on the left-hand side and is no good. Their kicking game isn't the best in the world, but the rest of their game is not bad. And it's carried them to what's going to be 9 victories on the year here very shortly for Robinson. 1 minute and 13 seconds left to go. It's a 13-point lead for Robinson, 34-21. What about that touchdown play, Cameron? They made it look easy the way they got that score.
Yeah, it's an extremely gutsy call, though, because you throw an incomplete pass, you stop the clock, whereas if you run, at least the clock will run down a little bit more before change of possession. It's extremely gutsy, Clinton can intercept it on the sideline, and you never know what happens. But it's also a pretty good call, too, because it was a safe place to throw the ball. If Clinton had managed an interception, I don't know that they would have gotten a decent return over there. Just a good gutsy call, and something, Clinton had to respect the run there because Robinson is basically a run-oriented team, and give credit to Bryant and Fox for hooking up there. Fox got behind the defense, and Bryant just basically set the ball out there for him.
Here's a kickoff by Robinson. Good end-over-end kick with the wind. It'll be taken by Josh Carter at the 9. Possibly his final run back of the year. He slips and goes down at the 21-yard line. And that's where the Maroons offense will have one last crack at it here with 1 minute and 5 seconds to go in regulation time. Robinson appears to be on the verge of pulling off this win that I'm sure by most people looking at this game throughout the state had to be expected. They were favored, ranked number 2 in the state, coming back from the previous 2 years of at least getting to the semifinals in Class 3A in the playoffs. They've done very well the last couple of years. Here's a short pass, incomplete, intended for Chad Herzog. Stops the clock, and a 2nd down and 10 coming up. Still 1 minute and 3 seconds to go in the ball game. Still time, but the Maroons have to move the ball down the field quickly here.
Yeah, I think they're going to have to put it up deep and hope something good happens. Maybe a defender slips or a tipped pass or something along those lines. You can't ever give up. I mean, I've seen some funny things happen in football, but right now Clinton's got to get some breaks, and they got to make some things happen. I'd try to get the ball to Nichols somehow. Try to loft it up to him, let him use his athletic ability.
And there he is, making the catch, and then knocked out of bounds, stops the clock again. As he cradles in that short pass, gets a couple more extra yards out of it on the run. We'll see how much forward progress they give him as they spot it on the far sideline out of bounds near the 28-yard line, it appears. 3rd down and 4 coming up for Clinton. We're down to 57 seconds to go in the ball game. And Clinton will bring Nichols. And who else is it? Herzog, wide to the left side this time. And Sams. pulling out left. Has some time. Look out, a man coming from behind, but throws it. He's got Nichols in his sights, makes the catch. He's well inbound, so he'll have to go down there. They'll stop the clock momentarily to move up the chains. That's enough for a first down all the way out to the 41-yard line. And that's one of the better thrown balls we've seen out of Nate here into the wind in this ballgame. Put it right on the money. Of course, Robinson's laying back a little bit here and allowing the Maroons maybe to throw those passes under a little bit. Still 50-some seconds to go. Now the clock starts again. Sands has them up to the line. Maroons at their own 41-yard line. He'll throw deep down over the middle again. Nice catch by Carter. Got caught from behind. Still hanging on. They got a hold of his face mask, so there'll be a face mask penalty. I don't know if you saw that on TV, and not that it's any big deal, but they got a hold of the face mask. The officials threw the flag at where the catch was made and where he was running, and the flag went an extra 10 yards through the air when the wind caught a hold on him. But anyway, we're going to get some extra yardage on this after the penalty on the face mask, it would look like. And there's the official sign from the official on the field. 40 seconds remaining. This team doesn't quit. They didn't do this. They did the same exact thing against St. Teresa. They would quit. They scored late in the ballgame that time, even though they were down by 3 touchdowns in that ballgame.
Again, 40 seconds. Clinton, throw the ball in the end zone here. Maybe a pass interference, something good happen. Ben Nichols, he can out-jump a lot of people. Get something, onside kick. A lot of big ifs here, but things can happen, and I've seen funny things happen. And Clinton has certainly displayed the ability to move the ball tonight.
At the 13-yard line, a 1st and 10 after a great catch by Carter. One back in the backfield, rolling out right, throwing, got a man out, open out there, but he threw a two-part of the sideline intended for Nichols, just letting way too much toward the sideline. But, not so much he led in that direction, but the wind, I think, again, coming out of the south-southwest, caught a hold of that ball and pushed it that way.
Yeah, the wind's just tough tonight. I think Nate Sams can throw the ball a lot better on a calmer day, and this is not to take anything away from Nate Sams. It's just brutal conditions out there, and you can see the ball kind of actually sail backwards. I think it was the pass was thrown well, and the ball just sailed away more than anything else.
31 seconds left. Sams again throwing for Nichols. Caught it. Caught at the 2. Reaching for the goal line. He stopped just short of the goal line. What an effort by Nichols, reaching for the goal line, trying to break the plane, and just short. The Maroons are going to be just short of the goal line.
What they did, though, is stop the clock for the first down marker, so I assume there's still 25 seconds left.
26.
Yeah, you get the ball in right here, onside kick, throw it up deep. What happens?
26 seconds to be exact. Now it starts. Sams will hand it off. Parson punching it in. He's in for the touchdown. The Maroons are not quite done yet. The Maroons with a great drive. What a drill here. A 2-minute drill. They drive it downfield after Robinson's touchdown.
1-yard touchdown.
We were chiseling the words into the tombstone, and the Maroons aren't quite done yet. They're back within 7. It's 34-27 on the 1-yard run by Parson, with some great pass plays by the Maroons. Nichols with a couple of good catches, and the one by Carter and getting the face mask penalty also helped. Now a conversion try, and the Maroons are going to set up and make it look like they're going to go for 2. I imagine that's what they're going to do, but that's the formation they're using. They will go for 2. They'll try to hand off. Carter racing for the corner. Got a good block. He'll race it in. And the Maroons got the 2-point conversion. Clinton, with 22 seconds remaining in this ball game, has tightened it back up to a 5-point ball game. And we're going to keep it right here. We're not going anywhere because we don't want to miss the kick by the Maroons, which obviously has got to be an onside kick. So put it down as a 1-yard touchdown run by Matt Parson. And a 2-point conversion run by Carter. And it's 34-29. Robinson with the 5-point lead with 22 seconds remaining. And if we can get our hands on the football, who knows what could happen here. Central Catholic pulled one off against us in the rain several weeks ago.
Yeah, is it asking too much for a 5th fumble? I don't know. Hopefully we can get it here in this situation. But I tell you what, Clinton doesn't have an ounce to give up in them, and they'll play hard here until that horn goes off. And yeah, you never know. I've seen stranger things happen still. If they recover this, they got time for a couple plays, maybe move the ball down 15 yards in one pass play and then throw it in the end zone or something.
They're lining up for the onside kick. They got everybody over here on the left side, the near side of the field. Carl Kortz is the man who waits for the whistle. He's so excited he wanted to do it before the whistle. Now here's the boot. Bounces it on the ground, bounces up high, and they're able. There's a penalty flag on the play. Maroons must have been offside. So Robinson, I'm sure, they got it covered by Justin Stone. We'll say, hey, we decline it. We'll take the football here. And that might do it. No time ran off the clock. They're discussing it out there. The officials are amongst themselves. And they're bringing the ball back. Are you sure? Can't they decline it? Offside's Clinton. They'll make us do it all over again, huh? Moving back 5 yards and make them do it again. I'm sure Robinson wishes they had an option there. They just keep the football because they bounced up nice and high like an infielder in a baseball game would like. And Justin Stone was able to make the catch up high and just fall down on top of it. But, well, the Maroons get another chance. Clinton Maroons get another chance at trying to recover an onside kick. Robinson's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 guys up on the front line and several right behind to cover this. And Carl Kurtz approaches the ball this time at the 35. Bounds it down there. It's loose on the ground and finally covered, and Robinson has it. They have recovered the ball at the 48-yard line, 47 or so. Covered nicely down there. And the last man is off that football is Calvin Fox, the receiver who caught that touchdown pass. Clinton fans give him a hand for the effort here. Down to 21 seconds to go in the ball game. The defense has got to pull the ball out of their hands or run it in for a touchdown to win the ball game. Hey, but it's only a 5-point ball game. Anything can still happen, but just 21 seconds left. I know we're asking for a prayer, no doubt.
Yeah, a miracle. But, you know, they fumbled 4 times. I think the clock's running, so I guess we're not going to get the miracle here.
No, they don't even have to snap the football. They can just let the clock run out. What a great game. Unfortunately, our Clinton Maroons come up on the short end, but Robinson can have nothing but a great deal of respect. And the Clinton fans here on the near side of the field are on their feet giving their football team a hand for a great effort. We had thoughts of this could just be a possible blowout because this Robinson Maroon team was a highly regarded one, but our Clinton Maroons showed that they can play football too. They finished the year in 8-2, and the Robinson Maroons will move on with a 9-1 record to the second round. And this is a football team that could very well win the 3A championship, and we certainly hope that they do.
Yeah. I think it looks great on Clinton if Robinson can keep going. And you know, I think Clinton played a very fine game tonight. I think it was a well-coached game. I think it was a well-played game. It was smartly played. I think they put themselves into position to win. They were leading going into the fourth quarter, and that's all you can ask out of them. And your hats off to Robinson. They needed to make the big plays, and they made the big plays. And they're a fine football team. Let's not take anything away from Robinson.
We'll wrap it up here in just a moment. Our final score is Robinson 34, the Clinton Maroons 29. All right, we're back out here. The final score again, Robinson holding on, defeating our Clinton Maroons 34-29, and just a fantastic playoff game. I think the only way you could have drawn up this game better from our standpoint is they have the Maroons come out in the winning end. But as far as entertainment and a lot of action and just a great playoff game, if you want to see a great high school football playoff game, this was it. We can see Chuck Nagel out there in the middle of his team's huddle, huddling with his ball club out there. Final comments as this season comes to a close. A lot of the fans still milling around here, and I imagine they're going to stick around and give this hand a great hand, give this team a great hand as they come off the football field. Why don't we turn it over to you, Cameron, for just a second here for a quick look at some final statistics. As Odell had a terrific night for Robinson, leading the way with his rushing ability, especially a couple of long runs there to get his totals up there well over 100 yards.
Yeah, Odell led the team with 147 yards and 20 carries, including that back-breaking 66-yard touchdown run there late. He joined in the 100-yard group by Nathan Fiskus, who had 12 carries for 104 yards. And in my opinion, Fiskus was a very important part of this game tonight. He kept Clinton's defense. He was really easily the most effective runner, even though he didn't have the most yards. He consistently was getting 7, 8, 10 yards on a carry. Then Baxter, the fullback, 7 carries for 84 yards. He had the big 69-yard touchdown run, too. The other runners for them, really insignificant numbers. Bonnell, 1 carry, no yards. That would be Johnson, 1 carry, 7 yards. 33 was Jason Phillips. He had 1 carry, 2 yards. And the quarterback, Ryan Bryant, 2 carries, 1 yard. Bryant, again, Robinson wasn't effective in the air like we kind of suspected they might not be, but they hit the big touchdown pass there that ultimately sealed the game tight. Bryant was 1 for 5 through the air for the 30-yard touchdown pass, and that pass was to Calvin Fox. So, again, hats off to Robinson. Their offense, 3 guys over 80 yards, which is about what they've been doing all season. So, obviously, they're very versatile. Clinton, again, stats are going to look pretty good. Clinton moved the ball on offense. Leading the way was actually Nate Sams with 14 carries for 81 yards. Nate had a good game. He had the big 54-yard touchdown run there early on that helped get them going. Matt Parsons, 16 carries, 63 yards. Josh Carter, 10 carries, 37 yards. Chad Herzog, 2 carries, 16 yards. Sams through the air won 6 completions and 20 attempts for 118 yards, including a nice 49-yard touchdown pass to Chad Herzog. Receptions break down. Helton, 1 catch, 23 yards. Herzog, 1 for the 49-yard touchdown. Ben Nichols, all 3 of his catches late for 36 yards. And Josh Carter, nice 1 catch for 33 yards.
The final point totals, though, it was 34-29. Cameron, before you take on, thanks very much for helping us all year. It's been a fun time. I wish it would have lasted a little bit longer, but it's been a good time this year. A great team to cover this year.
Yeah, a wonderful time. I enjoyed it, and I think Clinton can walk off this field with their heads held high tonight. They played a wonderful game, and they just got beat by a team that's just a little bit better, in my opinion.
All right, well, we'll see you next year. 34-29 was the final score. Robinson with the win. We were at 20-14 Robinson at halftime. The second half scoring. We'll recap it for you real quickly here. The Maroons, with the wind to their back, was able to put the only points on the board during that third quarter of play. With 4:14 to go in the third, a 50-yard pass play. A beautiful first and 10. 50-yard pass play from midfield by Sams, hitting Herzog on the run down the right sideline. Got the Maroons back even at 20, and then the kick good by Hinton put the Maroons in the lead 21-20, and that's the way we remained until early in the fourth quarter of play when Odell broke.
Clinton's only lost here at St. Teresa 4 weeks ago. Since then, wins over Bloomington Central Catholic, Sullivan, and Argenta Oriana have given the Maroons a chance at sharing the Ocala Valley Conference title. One thing's for sure, they won't be shut out from the postseason this time.
After your season 9th game's over, the last couple of years, you just sit and look at the box scores and maybe go up to ISU and watch a game. It kind of makes you hungry to be in it.
We just got really sick of seeing everybody else go to the playoffs around us. You know, a lot of teams we played in the past have went, and we just figured we might as well go.
All the success has come in Chuck Nagel's first year as head coach. He credits a strong Clinton background for helping him get off to such a good start.
I feel very fortunate to be around the assistants that I'm around. These are guys that I've worked with for the past 9 years, and in a great community and with a bunch of talented kids.
Although tonight's home game against Eureka is a non-conference game, a victory would give the team another milestone, the best record in school history.
And that's a big thing with us, you know, because a lot of the guys, like 1984, they went 7-2, but they missed the playoffs because it was a different system. But, you know, it's kind of bragging rights around town, you know. Yeah, we were the best team ever.
But just the fact that Clinton one of the tri-champions of the Ocala Valley, but the Maroons had something else in their minds against Eureka. A victory would give them the best record in school history. Let's head to Clinton, where our athletes of the week were playing tonight and ready and willing for this one. Clinton quarterback Nate Sands hooks up with Lance Taylor. The junior wide receiver catches it to go 23 yards for the score. 7-0 Clinton, 8:49 to go in the first. It was a little chilly for some of the young ones there. Josh Carter with a 4-yard TD run. His plunge made it 14-3 in favor of Clinton. And then Sams would roll right to hit Matt Parson for the final score of the first half, 21-3 at the half. And Clinton wins it 35-3 as they finish the regular season 8-1, and they're headed to the playoffs for the first time ever. In Arcola, the top...